Later on, Colorado Springs is at Sacramento. Portland visits Las Vegas, and Fresno hosts Tacoma in a doubleheader. In the American League, they're in the 7th inning at Chicago. The White Sox and the Rangers are tied at 1.
Press 399 to stop the event.
Minnesota,
starting streaming now.
At Kansas City, the Angels trail the Royals 3-2. In the 5th at St. Petersburg, Baltimore leads Tampa Bay 3-0. Finals, Oakland spotted the Tigers a 5-0 first inning lead, but the A's rallied for a 9-5 victory. At Seattle, the Mariners topped the Red Sox 5-2, and the Yankees came from behind to defeat Toronto 5-4. In the National League, just final, Florida shut out Pittsburgh 5-0. At Cincinnati, the Reds lead Milwaukee 8-7 in the bottom of the 8th. Later on, San Diego is at San Francisco, and Colorado is at Arizona with the Dodgers hosting St. Louis. Finals, Washington pounded the Cubs 7-3. At New York, the Mets edged the Astros 4-3. Xavier Nady with a big 3-run homer for the Mets in the 4th. The Phillies and Braves were rained out in Philadelphia. And that's your average scoreboard. When we come back, a look at the starting lineup for tonight's game right after this on ESPN 1230.
Fans, are you looking for a summer deal and a meal to satisfy your cravings? Stop by Wiener Schnitzel today for the 2 for $2.22 deal. Chili cheese dog and chili cheeseburger, only $2.22. Hurry in today. And while you're there, don't forget to cool down with the new Tasty Freeze Brownie Freezies. Chewy brownies mixed with creamy vanilla Tasty Freeze soft serve, topped with chocolate syrup. Wiener Schnitzel. It's the official hot dog of the Salt Lake Bees. Wiener Schnitzel, pushing the boundaries of taste.
If you're in the market for a home theater system or a new TV, RC Willey is the only place to shop. No one has a larger selection of complete home theater systems, high-definition big screens, flat panel LCD, and plasma TVs. Items are in stock for same-day delivery. Choose from the name brands you prefer, including Sony, Panasonic, Samsung, Mitsubishi, and Toshiba. Come in today and find out how you can pay 0 interest for 12 months on purchases of $4.99 or more. RC Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
Time now to get you ready for tonight's game by giving you the starting lineups brought to you by Salt Lake City Credit Union, above and beyond every day. For the visiting Tucson Sidewinders, managed by Chip Hale, leading off the second baseman Alberto Callaspo. Batting second, the center fielder Chris Young. Hitting third, the designated hitter Scott Hairston. Batting cleanup, the first baseman Chris Carter. Hitting fifth and playing third base, Brian Barden. Batting sixth, the right fielder, John Weber. Hitting seventh, the catcher, Juan Brito. Hitting eighth and playing left field, Matt Erickson. And batting ninth is the shortstop, Donnie Sadler. Pitching for the Sidewinders will be right-hander Edgar Gonzalez. For the homestanding Salt Lake Bees, managed by Brian Harper, here's how he filled out his lineup card for tonight's game. Leading off, the center fielder, Tommy Murphy. Batting second, the left fielder, Curtis Pride. Hitting third and playing shortstop, Eric Ibar. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Dallas McPherson. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter, Nick Corno. Batting sixth and catching, Jeff Mathis. Hitting seventh, the right fielder, Jason Espito. Batting eighth and playing third base, Adam Pavkovich. And hitting ninth is the second baseman, Casey Smith. Pitching for the Bees will be right-hander Stephen Shell. It's the Bees and the Sidewinders getting ready for tonight's game. Just a reminder, if the Bees pitching staff combines to strike out 10 or more batters in a 9-inning game, Dal Solio Distributors and Kendall Oil will donate $125 to the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Utah. Kendall Super D3 engine oil, designed to give you what you need. We'll be back with the start of tonight's game right after this timeout. You've been in the On Deck Circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at today's game. The first pitch is right around the corner, so stick tuned. Salt Lake Bees baseball is coming up next on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.
Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties has beautiful recreational and cabin properties conveniently located by Starvation Reservoir. They offer 5, 10, 20, 40, and 80-acre or larger parcels at reasonable pricing with guaranteed access and simple, easy owner, low-down, low-monthly financing. There's an abundance of wildlife, including deer and elk, that roam the property year-round. There are endless ATV trails, snowmobiling, hiking, boating, camping, fishing, horseback riding, spectacular views, and so much more. But most of all, you'll escape the rat race of the city and enjoy sheer peace, quiet, rest, and relaxation. Call us to schedule your appointment, 1-877-894-5658, or check our website at mwranches.com. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, the water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting there for you to enjoy.
Next. Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks, about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
The starting pitchers are ready. The lineups have been exchanged. And the hot dogs are ready to go. It's time to play ball. Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air. Now let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Once again, a very pleasant good evening and welcome to Salt Lake Bees baseball. The Bees taking on the Tucson Sidewinders in Game 2 in a matchup between the two division leaders in the Pacific Conference as Tucson leads the Pacific South by 12 games over Sacramento. The Bees lead the Pacific North by 5 games over second place Tacoma. The Bees with a 7-6 edge as far as the season series is concerned. And again, if these two teams hold their leads in the division, then they'll meet in the playoffs beginning in Tucson on Wednesday, September the 6th. But certainly a lot of baseball to be played between now and then before you can start buying playoff tickets, that's for sure. As the Bees get ready to take the field on this Saturday night of Pioneer Day weekend. Great crowd on hand for the fireworks show, but again, there are some tickets remaining, so if you're not doing anything or if you're just driving around on a Saturday night, come on over and check out the Bees and the Sidewinders. And again, there's a few tickets still left for this one. Seats open down the left field line right now and out on the grass berm area. But so come on over. In the meantime, before we get our ball game underway, let's enjoy the singing of our national anthem.
Bright
Andrea Thomas with our national anthem on this Saturday night for Pioneer Weekend. The Doves are flying, and a beautiful bald eagle waiting at home plate, flapping its wings to the song as the night progressed. So the Bees and the Sidewinders getting ready. The Doves flying around the stadium, courtesy of the folks over at Tracy Aviary. Beautiful sight as they head off on as a group beyond the left field wall and probably headed right back to Tracy Aviary. So the Bees on the field now. Let's take them around to their positions defensively. Curtis Pride is in left, Tommy Murphy in center, Jason Espedo in right, Adam Papkovich at third, Eric Ibar at short, Casey Smith is at second base, and Dallas McPherson is over at first. The battery is Stephen Shell pitching, and Jeff Mathis catching. For Stephen Shell, this will be his 15th appearance, his 14th start for the Bees. In 76 innings, he's given up 90 hits, 46 runs, 41 of them earned. He has struck out 47 and walked 19. He has hit 4 batters, thrown 1 wild pitch, and surrendered 8 home runs. Shell is 3-4 with a 4.86 earned run average. The PCL batting .301 against the 6'5", 190-pound right-hander from El Reno, Oklahoma, Stephen Shell. He'll face Alberto Callaspo, Chris Young, and Scott Hairston. The Bees for the 6th straight game wearing their black alternate tops with the gold numerals and lettering trimmed in white with the gold and black batting practice caps. The Sidewinders wearing their road grays with the black sleeves as they are the cutoff tops, black numerals and lettering trimmed in gold. Again, a hot night, very little in the way of any breeze right now as Old Glory hangs limp on the flagpole in left. Jeff Mathis, the throw down to Casey Smith in second, the ball being tossed around the infield, and so we're ready to go. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air, but again, if you're in the area and looking for something to do, come on over. There's still tickets available, and you get the big fireworks show after the ball game as well. Leading things off for the Sidewinders will be the second baseman, Alberto Callaspo. The former Stinger batting .328, 16 doubles, 9 triples, 4 homers, 46 runs batted in. First pitch inside, ball 1, and we're underway. Callaspo involved in the late spring training deal that brought Jason Bulger to the Angels organization. Jason on the disabled list right now. The 1-0 fastball outside of the knees, ball 2. Again, Stevens' bugaboo has been the first inning. Last year at Arkansas, an ERA over 8 in the first inning. His ERA over 6 this year here at the AAA levels. Callaspo on the 2-0. Tomahawks one into the right field corner. Jason Espedo giving chase. It sticks a little bit under the padding, and so Callaspo is going to be able to take the turn at second, but he holds there with a double. I think Alberto thought about a triple, but stops at second base with his 17th two-bagger of the year. He does have 9 triples, which is second in the league. So the leadoff man aboard with a double, and that'll bring up Chris Young, the center fielder, hitting .265, 20 doubles, 2 triples, 15 homers, 53 runs batted in. It's been a struggle for Shell over his last 4 starts. On June the 17th, he threw 5 scoreless innings, allowing only 2 hits for a victory here against Las Vegas. But it's been a struggle ever since. The pitch to Young, outside at the knees, ball 1. Over his last 4 starts, he's thrown only 17 innings, so that's a little over 4 innings per start. And he's given up 36 hits, 25 runs. Now the 1-0 pitch. Young takes low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. 25 of those runs earned, so he has really struggled as of late. He has been a better pitcher here at Franklin Covey Field, though, than on the road. 3-1, 3.58 the ERA here compared to 0-3, 6.10 on the road. But he gives up a leadoff double on a 2-0 pitch to Callaspo here in the first. And now he's behind 2-0 on the second batter, Chris Young. Shell having a little trouble with his eyeglasses right now. Maybe, I don't know if they fogged up in this rare humidity or not. So now everybody ready to go. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball strike 2-1. Our umpiring crew is assigned by the Pacific Coast League. Garrett Watson behind the plate. Mike Muchlinski at first base. Joe Stegner at second. And Travis Reiniger is the arbiter over at third. The outfield shaded towards right for Young. The 2-1 pitch. Swinging a tap foul back into the left of home plate. And the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shell making his first appearance of the year against Tucson. Third round pick in 2001 of the Angels. Cayasco checking the defense around him. His former teammate Eric Ibar right behind him to try to keep him close. Now Shell ready, the 2-2. Inside and it hit him. Young tried to duck out of the way, but it looked like it hit his helmet and glanced back to the screen. So runners are at first and second base with nobody out. Only the second hitter that Shell has plunked this year. And for Young, that is the 5th time that he's been hit. So runners at first and second to start off the ball game for Tucson. Nobody out. And it brings up Scott Hairston batting .336. 15 doubles, a triple, 18 homers, 55 runs batted in. Shell's last start resulted in a no decision at Fresno on the 17th, which was Monday. There's a curveball strike at the knees, 0-1. Gave up 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned in 5 innings. Walked 2 and struck out 1. 1 strike the count. The infield double play depth. These pitchers last night aided by a pair of twin killings. Now Shell ready. The 0-1 to Hairston. Fastball in at the knees. A strike and it's 0-2. He's third in the Pacific Coast League, having turned 117 double plays so far this year. No balls, 2 strikes. Tacoma just underway in a doubleheader at Fresno. We'll keep an eye on that one. The 0-2 pitch. Hairston takes high and inside off speed, 1-2. So by the end of the night, the Bees could be up by as many as 6.5 or by as little as 3.5, depending on what happens here and in the 2 games there. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count of the right hand hitting Hairston. The outfield playing in the pull towards left. Shell ready, the 1-2. Swinging a smash toward third. Diving backhand stop by Pavkovich. Throws the second one. Back to first, not in time. As the speedy Hairston beat it out, but a sensational stop by Pavkovich at third to keep that one from going down the line and scoring at least 1 run. It'll be a fielder's choice, 5-4, but an excellent play by Adam Pavkovich. So now runners at the corners, 1 out, and the batter will be Chris Carter, the first baseman. Carter batting .316, 22 doubles, 3 triples, 16 homers, 72 runs batted in. So runners at the corners, 1 out. Carter last night 1 for 5 with a big 3-run double in the 6th inning. That put the Sidewinders ahead at the time, 7-6. First pitch to Carter is a little bit low, ball 1. 1-0 the count to Carter. And the Bees' parent club, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim at Kansas City after dropping the first 2 games of that series. Tonight's game tied 3-3 after 7 innings. Reggie Willits getting his first major league start and delivering a triple in his first major league at bat. The 1-0 pitch to Carter. Outside at the knees, ball 2. 2-0 the count. So from the former Bee standpoint, Willits tripled in his first big league at bat earlier this season. Mike Napoli homered in his first trip to the plate in the majors. 2 balls, no strikes on Carter. The pitch from Shell. Fastball outside at the belt, ball 3. 3-0 the count on Carter, and a wide one here would load the bases for Brian Barden. So trouble here. Runners at first and third, 1 out. And a 3-0 count on Chris Carter. Now the right-hander ready, the pitch. Carter taking all the way, a strike on the outside corner just below the belt. And the count's 3-1. Chip Hale, the manager for Tucson, who Played 16 games for the Salt Lake Buzz in 1995, coaching over at third. 3 balls, 1 strike, the count on Carter. Shell ready from the stretch. The kick, the fake to third, the look towards first, but nobody bid on the fake, and so the runners hold at the corners. Outfield, straight away for the left-handed hitting Carter. Now the righty hand, Shell ready, the pitch. Way outside, he walked him, and the bases are loaded. So a double, a hit batter, and a walk fills the bases now for Brian Barden. Barden batting .309, 24 doubles, 1 triple, 12 homers, 61 runs batted in, 1 for 3 last night with a double and an RBI. This Tucson ball club, an excellent team with the bases loaded. Their team batting average is .357. Barden's batting .467. With 7 hits and 15 at-bats with the bases loaded, driving in a total of 13 runs. So Callaspo at third, Hairston at second, Carter at first, 1 out. The pitch to Barden is crushed in the air towards right. It's up there, it's out there, and it's a grand slam. Just over the barrier and right on the first pitch, Brian Barden puts Tucson ahead 4-0. His 13th home run. He now has 65 runs batted in. Well, after walking the last batter, Steven wanted to come in, start off the count with a strike, and Barden jumped all over it. So the Bees already in a 4-0 hole here in the first. Just the second grand slam for Tucson this year. And it's also just the second grand slam hit against the Bees this season. Charles Nackey, the pitching coach, going out to the mound as the first inning struggles of Steven Shell continue. Batter will be John Weber, the right fielder, batting .222 in his short time with Tucson. 1 double, 1 homer, 1 run batted in. He was hitting .258 with Las Vegas when he was released. So the Bees find themselves in a deep hole early in the game. 9th home run surrendered by the struggling Shell. The pitch, Weber swings and fouls it off to the left of home plate into the upper deck. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Shell has now given up a home run in 4 consecutive games. Now Shell winds the 0-1. Fastball high, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 6'5" right-hander with a high leg kick delivers. Swinging a ground ball to third. Past the diving Pavkovich down the left field line. Curtis Pride racing over to cut it off and hold Weber to a single. Bounding ball up the third base side. Adam making yet another diving effort. Unlike the earlier one, though, he could not get a glove on it. But a good job by Curtis Pride getting over there and cutting it off before it could go to the corner. Brings up Juan Brito, the catcher, hitting .283. 9 doubles, 4 homers, 26 runs batted in. Did not play last night. First pitch misses, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Shell ready, the infield double play depth behind him, the toss to first. And the runner's back. John Weber. Brito, the 7th man to come to bat in the inning, has just 4 hits and 26 at-bats against the Bees this year. 1-0 delivery. Weber goes. The pitch, a curveball strike. The throw to second base. Got him on a hit first line. Good throw by Mathis. Casey Smith, the quick tag. And Weber thrown out 2-4 trying to steal. So with that, 2 outs. And the count on Brito, 1 ball, 1 strike with the bases empty. A 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Juan Brito. Mathis came into this game throwing out 33% of would-be base stealers as Brito lifts one in the air down the right field line towards the short porch, and it hits the top of the foul pole for a home run. Not enough slice to it as it hit high in the upper panel of the foul pole and right. Brito with his 5th home run of the year. And it's now Tucson 5 and the Bees nothing. That'll bring up Matt Erickson, the left fielder, hitting .299, 5 doubles and 18 runs batted in. A 5-run first for Tucson. Well, earlier today, the Detroit Tigers scored 5 in the first against Oakland, and the A's came back to win. There's a pitch. Strike at the knees, 0-1. Maybe Lightning will strike twice here in Salt Lake City. No balls, 1 strike the count to the left-handed batter as Shell delivers. Swinging a foul, back into the screen, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Then a 2 o'clock start tomorrow, and then 7 o'clock again on Monday with more baseball and fireworks. On Pioneer Day. Battle of 10-game winners, Joe Saunders and Dustin Nippert Monday night. The 0-2 pitch, off speed and a little bit high, ball 1. Tomorrow's pitching matchup, Dustin Mosley in his first start since picking up a win in his major league debut last Monday. 8-4 in a Salt Lake uniform against right-hander Micah Owings, who's 6-0 for the Sidewinders. 1-2 to Erickson, a fastball fouled back, and the count holds at 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes the count on Erickson. Now Shell delivers. Swinging a tap foul behind home plate out in front of a changeup. So it's still 1-2. Five to nothing Tucson here in the first. Now Shell stares in, gets his sign from Mathis. Winds for the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, chopped over the mound. The shortstop Ibar to his left. Scoops it up in front of the bag. Throws to first in time for the out. And that retires the side. But the Sidewinders score 5 runs on 4 hits. No errors and nobody was left on the base paths. We go to the bottom of the first. Work to be done. Tucson 5, the Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
Denny's works for me because I like bacon, sausage, and ham, usually at the same time. And I can get all that at Denny's for just a few bucks. I mean, you know, how many places can you still say that about? I can think of about 1.
Denny's is also the one place you can go for the new Extreme Grand Slam. It has more bacon and sausage than ever, plus 2 eggs, hash browns, and pancakes. One of 3 new Super Slams for just $5.99 each. Denny's
works for me.
Price and participation may vary for a limited time only.
Paulie Colosimo here. Yo, along with Joey as always. So, Paulie, tell the folks why we're so excited for spring to get here.
That's easy. So we can sunbathe in our Speedos, right?
Well, I do enjoy that. And with the packs we have, the ladies enjoy it too. But that's not what I had in mind.
Oh, well, you must be talking about grilling some of our Magnifico Colosimo sausages then.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Paulie.
Bada bing.
When most people think about grilling, they think about chicken or steaks. But those are wimp meat.
Yeah, if you want something with real taste and real kick, you gotta go with authentic Colosimo sausages on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice thick brats, a mild Italian or Tuscan. Just thinking about it makes me saliva ache.
Yeah, some hot Italian, which kind of reminds me of us in our Speedo.
A couple of hot Italians. You got that right, Joey.
Colosimo sausage. The sausage people. Now available at Dan's, Macy's, and Smith's.
Bottom of the first inning, Bees in a 5-0 hole defensively for the Sidewinders. Matt Erickson in left, Chris Young in center, John Weber in right, Brian Barton at third, Donnie Sadler at short, Alberto Callaspo at second, and Chris Carter is at first. A battery of Edgar Gonzalez pitching and Juan Brito catching. For Gonzalez, his 16th start for the Sidewinders in 88 2/3 innings. He's given up 92 hits, 44 runs, 37 of them earned. He has struck out 78 and walked 20. He had 8 batters, thrown 3 wild pitches, and surrendered 10 home runs, a staff high. Gonzalez 2-4 with a 3.76 earned run average. The PCL batting .268 against right-hander Edgar Gonzalez. Just back from the Diamondbacks, sent down. He made 6 appearances for Arizona. 2 of them starts, 1-2 record with a 6.27 earned run average. Tommy Murphy to lead it off, 3 for 5 last night, including a couple of doubles. Batting .340 for the season, 12 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, 23 runs batted in. First pitch to Murphy, a fastball outside, ball 1. Gonzalez making his 4th start of the season against Salt Lake. He is 0-2 against the Bees. The 1-0 pitch, high, ball 2, 2-0. Edgar 0-2 with a 7.20 earned run average. The Bees batting .344 against the right-hander in his 5th season. 2 balls, no strikes on Murphy. The pitch. Line drive, left center field, but Young playing imperfectly, backs up and makes the catch for the out. He was shaded towards left center, and Murphy hit it right at Young, albeit a few steps back, and he was able to make that play easily. 1 down, that'll bring up Curtis Pride, the left fielder, hitting .321. 17 doubles, 7 homers, 39 runs batted in. Curtis with a monster 2-run home run last night in the 6th inning that tied the game up at 9-9. First pitch to Pride. Fastball sinks down low, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Curtis. Outfield shaded towards left for Pride. Now Gonzalez into his windup, the 1-0. Pride swings and pops it up foul. Third base side out of play. Back into the seats, and the count's even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Five to nothing Tucson here in the bottom of the 1st. A warm night here in Salt Lake City, to say the least. Now Edgar Gonzalez ready. The 6-foot right-hander deals. Pride lines one foul into the upper deck, third base side, and the count's 1-2. Gonzalez signed by the Diamondbacks, an undrafted free agent in April of 2000. And Curtis cracked his bat on that one, so he heads back to the dugout for a new piece of lumber. And now Curtis finds what he likes and heads on back to home plate. Ryan Harper, Bees manager, coaching at third base with hitting coach Jim Efford over at first. Again, Pride last night, that home run is only hit. He went 1 for 4. Now Gonzalez winds the 1-2. Check swing and a pitch down low. Did he go around? Yes, says the home plate umpire Watson, and Curtis can't believe it. He thought he had checked his swing in time, and there's 2 down here in the 1st. That'll bring up Eric Ibar, the shortstop. Batting .296, 12 doubles, 3 triples, 6 homers, 33 runs batted in. Eric last night 1 for 4 with a solo home run that capped off the scoring in the 11-9 win. So 2 out, nobody on base here. Edgar Gonzalez pitch. Slack toward third and fair inside the bag and rolling down the left field line. Matt Erickson giving chase. It's going all the way to the 345 sign. Ibar taking the turn and holding there as the throw comes into third on 1 bounce. So Eric Ibar with his 13th 2-bagger, and the Bees have a runner at second base with 2 out. That'll bring up Dallas McPherson, the first baseman, batting .221. 10 doubles, 3 triples, 9 homers, 27 runs batted in. 0 for 4 last night. But he did drive in a run. Well, the fielder's choice. Now he can drive in a run with a 2-out hit here in the bottom of the 1st inning. Runner at second base. Gonzalez ready. The pitch to McPherson. Curveball strike, and at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. 0 Overall this season, Dallas just 5 for 32 against Tucson pitching. Now the 1-strike pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at a fastball 0-2, and he was late on that rip. But no balls, 2 strikes the count on McPherson. Dallas 1 for 4 with a home run against Edgar Gonzalez, who's also hit McPherson twice this year with a pitch, both in the same game. Now the 0-2. Swing and a foul back to the screen. As a matter of fact, that start on April the 8th, third game of the season, Gonzalez hit 4 batters. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Dallas with Nick Corneau due next. Ibar, the lead out at second base. Gonzalez ready, and the 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher. Brito comes up with it, juggles it, and has no play. Pitch into the dirt. He went to his left to get it, grabbed it, bobbled it, lost it again. So runners at first and third will be a strikeout wild pitch. Runners at the corners, 2 out. And here's Nick Corneau. Again, a few weeks ago, fouled the ball off his leg, fractured his patella, tried to come back on the first game after the All-Star break, had a couple of at-bats, but had to sit down and come out of the ball game as that knee was bothering him. So he's worked hard over the last 10 days to get back and ready to go. Put through the paces by Jamie Murphy, the strength and conditioning coach, as well as the trainer, Armando Rivas. And so now Nick ready to go. Runners at the corners, 2 out. Facing Edgar Gonzalez. 1 for 5 against Edgar this year. Corneau takes a breaking ball low and away. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Drove in a run with a single against Gonzalez over in Tucson. One ball, no strikes, the count on Corneau. Gonzalez delivers. Swinging a chopper to third. Barden up with it. The long throw across the diamond in plenty of time to retire Corneau and the side here in the first. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, and 2 runners were left on base. At the end of 1, it's Tucson 5, the Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
Hi, Paul Hartman here. You know, if I were to hire somebody for my business, I would want to see their resume. That's why I think it's only fair to give you our resume right now. We have 20 years servicing the Wasatch area. Family owned and operated. Winner of last year's top technician training program. Always staffed 24 hours, 7 days a week. And we specialize in finding you the best solution for your comfort with energy savings. With over 71% repeat and customer referral rate, we know we're doing our job right. So, when you're in need, call Hartman Heating and Air, 264-8300. Serving the heart of your home and business.
Athletes can't perform on an empty stomach. The Old Spaghetti Factory is the perfect place for your pre-game and post-game feasts, team parties, and more. Fill up our delicious homemade mouth-watering dishes. No one speaks the international language of yum like the Old Spaghetti Factory. Serving the best memories in town. It's the perfect place for any occasion. And now, featuring the amazing adventures of Wally the Trolley for our guests 10 and younger. Catch a ride with Wally and his trolley trio as they explore the world. Sign up for our kids club at www.osf.com. It's safe, simple, fun, and on your next birthday, lunch is on us. Conveniently located to serve you in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem. Good food, good fun, and deliciously complete meals. The Old Spaghetti Factory is where to wind up. The Old Spaghetti Factory in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem.
We go to the second inning. Tucson 5, the Bees nothing. Donnie Sadler, the veteran infielder, to lead things off. Only member of the Sidewinders lineup not to bat in the first inning. Stephen Shell's first pitch, high and outside, ball 1. Sadler hitting .248, 7 doubles, 3 triples, no homers, 10 runs, batted in. Veteran of over 400 major league games played. The 1-0 to Sadler. Curveball and at the knees for a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Sadler 3 for 8 against the Bees this year. 2 of his 3 hits have been doubles. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shell's pitch inside. Fastball. Sadler jackknifes to get out of the way. The count's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike the count to the right-handed batter. Now Shell delivers. Sadler swings, and it's a high towering fly ball left field. Pride drifting back at the edge of the track. Has room, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Now Sadler just did get underneath that one a little bit too much. Here's Alberto Callaspo, who opened up the ball game with a line double into the right field corner to set the table for what turned out to be a 5-run first inning. So 1 out, nobody on. Callaspo, the hitter. Shell's pitch, and it's a curveball strike on the inside corner, just under the belt, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Outfield in and around towards left a bit for Alberto. The pitch. Long on, that's in the air towards left. Pride going back at the edge of the track. Again, has room and makes the catch for out number 2 on a couple of deep fly balls here in the second inning. But 2 up and 2 down. That'll bring up Chris Young, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Don't forget to be on the lookout for the Albertsons triple play for charity. If the Bees pull off a triple play at home, as they did on May the 1st against Las Vegas, Albertsons will donate $1,000 worth of groceries to the Utah Food Bank. Albertsons, a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. First pitch to Chris Young on the way, and it's a fastball outside, ball 1. Complete rundown of all the scores coming up in our third inning. Abra scoreboard when the Sidewinders come to the plate the next time around. 1-0 pitch to Young. Fastball inside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. We can tell you that Tacoma leads at Fresno in game 1 of their doubleheader, 1-0 in the second inning. Now Shell winds the 2-0. Curveball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 2-1. Pedro Liriano going for Fresno in game 1. Liriano with a 1-6 record this year. As Young fouls one off the face of Jeff Mathis as the ball knocks the mask off of Jeff, but he seems to be none the worse for wear. Probably needs to have his fillings checked. Rich Dorman going for Tacoma. It's now 2-0 Rainiers, and they have the bases loaded with nobody out. There's a pitch, swing, and a foul tip into the glove of Mathis for a strikeout, and that retires the side. 1-2-3, 0 across. It's a Keith Barton and Associates 1-2-3 inning. It's just that easy. At the end of an inning and a half, it's Tucson 5, the Bees 0 on ESPN 1230.
Your grandparents came here.
The long drive, and it's a home run for Joe DiMaggio.
Your parents came here.
Here comes Roger Maris in to score, and Cepeda pulling to second with a double.
Now it's your turn.
Number 3,000 for one of the great players of all time, George Brett.
Cooperstown, New York. A tradition of excellence for 7 decades. Be a part of it. For information, call 1-888-Hall of Fame.
Attention motorcycle and ATV riders. Dreaming of a new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV? So stop dreaming and start heading to Plaza Cycle for the huge Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event. Because right now, you can get payments as low as $39 a month for 24 months with 0 down on a huge selection of new Yamaha motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. You heard right, payments as low as $39 a month, plus 0 down for 2 full years on a new Yamaha. So get to Plaza Cycle today for the huge Get Out and Ride sales event. Because an offer this good won't last. Plaza Cycle, 1379 West, 3300 South, in the heart of Salt Lake Valley. Plaza Cycle, walk in, right out. On the Yamaha card, subject to credit approval for 83106 on select new Yamaha motorcycles, including FJR models, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters, as well as $39 monthly payments, 24 months at 8.9% APR for non-financed for $4,800 at the county head firm. Thereafter, the standard rate of 12.99% includes $2.9% APR applies. Default rate is 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for ATV 8 restrictions. Yamaha recommends on free credit scores. Call 1-800-372-87.
We head to the bottom of the second inning, 5-0 Tucson. It'll be Jeff Mathis, Jason Espino, and Adam Pavkovich, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters to face right-hander Edgar Gonzalez. Jeff Mathis batting .305, 24 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 33 runs batted in. Mathis with a couple of hits last night, including a 2-run triple. First pitch on the way to Jeff here is a fastball strike in the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike to count. Infield covered in shade now. The pitch, swinging a ground ball towards the hole, and back knocked down by Sadler at shortstop, but he has no play. That'll go as an infield single for Mathis, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Bees in the second. Bart, the third baseman, cutting across to his left, could not flag it down, and even if Sadler had been able to make the backhanded play, Mathis likely beats it out. So the Bees with a runner at first base, nobody out for Jason Espedo, the right fielder, hitting .253, 2 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, 13 runs batted in, had a 2-run home run for his only hit last night. So Gonzalez ready, and the first pitch to Espedo. Low, ball 1. If a Bees player hits for the cycle at home this season during a regulation 9-inning game, you could win $10,000 in the SMC Capital Management Hit for the Cycle contest, courtesy of Gary Gigi of SMC Capital Management. 1 ball, no strikes on Espedo. Gonzalez delivers. Swung on, deep drive on the right field line, but it is hooking, and it is hooking foul. So the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Right size, wrong shape. You can register to win at the Franklin Covey Field Customer Service Booth. And don't forget to check out www.retirementsource.net for more information on SMC Capital Management, Architect of Wealth. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Espedo. Infield, double play depth. Throw to first base, and Mathis is back. So the Bees spotting Tucson, an early 5-run lead. Now Gonzalez from the stretch ready. The 1-1. Change up high, 2-1. Last night, Tucson jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Bees came back to take a 6-3 advantage, only to have the, or 6-4 advantage, only to have the Sidewinders regain the lead at 9-6. Bees tied it with 3 in the 6th and won it with a pair of solo home runs in the 8th. Casey Smith and Eric Ibar going deep. Now the 2-1 pitch. Espedo tries to check his swing on a slow curve, couldn't do it in time, and the count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Adam Papkovich, the third baseman, is due next. Now Gonzalez sets the 2-2. Espedo lines one foul, slicing out of play to the upper deck down the left field line. Count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tacoma ended up with 3 runs in the top of the second inning. Grizzlies, though, have come back with 3 runs in the bottom of the second. The 2-2 pitch. Espedo takes a curveball low, and that fills the count at 3-2. And Fresno helping out the Bees last night with a 9-2 rout of the Tacoma Rainiers, giving the Bees a 5-game lead at the start of tonight's play. And the first time that the Bees have led by as many as 5 games since the 24th of June. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, Mathis goes, and it's high, ball 4. First walk issued by Gonzalez, and now the Bees have runners at first and second with nobody out. And the batter will be Adam Papkovich, the third baseman. Papkovich hitting .250, 10 doubles, a triple, 8 homers, and 31 runs batted in. Did not play last night. He's hitting .333 against Tucson this year, 6 for 18, with a couple of homers and 7 runs batted in. He's only, he's 0 for 2 with a strikeout so far against Edgar Gonzalez. So runners at first and second, nobody out. A chance for the Bees to cut into this 5-0 Tucson lead. Gonzalez pitch. Pavkovich takes a curveball strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Gonzalez was primarily used in the bullpen with the Diamondbacks. He's expected to go maybe around 75 pitches tonight. No balls, 1 strike on Pavkovich. The outfield straight away. The pitch. Fastball in at the knees, and he's behind in the count, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The infield double play depth. Gonzalez taking a lot of time in between pitches. Now the right-hander ready in the 0-2. Curveball into the dirt. Good stop with the catcher, Brito. And the count's 1-2. So Gonzalez working over a new baseball as Garrett Watson takes that pitch out of play with the pitch going into the dirt. It's always amazed me, a pitch into the dirt. They take the ball out of play right away. Guy hits a ground ball that scoots off the dirt on a couple of bounces, and that ball stays in play. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Pavkovich. Gonzalez checks the runner at second and comes home. Curveball low into the dirt again, blocked by Brito, and the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And again, the baseball is taken out of play. 2-2 the count on Pavkovich. Jeff Mathis, the runner at second. Jason Espedo at first. Nobody out. Casey Smith, the second baseman, is due next. The outfield, a couple of steps towards right. Now Gonzalez ready. The right-hander sets, checks the runner, and comes home. Swing and a miss at a slider. He struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Edgar Gonzalez, and there's 1 down here in the 2nd inning. Brings up Casey Smith. Smith batting .285, 19 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 38 runs batted in. He's got a season-high 11-game hitting streak going. A hit would extend it to 12, which would make it the 2nd longest for a Bees player this year. The longest, Jeff Mathis, had a 13-gamer when he first joined the Bees after being sent down from the Angels. So runners at first and second base, 1 out now. Gonzalez ready, the pitch. Slow curve, low, ball 1. Casey for the season is actually facing Gonzalez for the first time this year. Gonzalez with 3 strikeouts out of the 4 outs so far. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, swing a slow roll on a broken bat toward first. Carter has it, but the pitcher, Gonzalez, didn't go over to cover. And Smith will be safe at first base to load him up. The barrel of the bat ended up about 10 feet shy of the mound. Edgar Gonzalez was a semi-interested observer as the ball rolled to the first baseman, Carter. Never went over to cover, leaving Carter in no man's land with no chance to get Casey Smith. So now the bases are loaded with 1 out for Tommy Murphy, who flied out to the center fielder Young. Casey Smith with the infield single extends his hitting streak to 12 games. So that is now the 2nd longest hitting streak for a Bees player this year. So now the bases loaded with 1 out for Murphy. Tommy so far this year 1 for 2 in a Bees uniform with the bases full. Mathis at third, Espedo at second, Smith at first. Now Gonzalez ready, working from the stretch, the pitch. Swing and a miss over a slow curve, strike 1. Gonzalez throws 3 different curveballs to go with his 88 to 91 mile per hour fastball. No balls, 1 strike to count. In the infield, double play depth, the pitch. Murphy swings and flares 1 foul down the left field side, out of play into the lower deck. And now Murphy's in the hole, 0-2. 2 strikes to count. Well, Tucson got their 5 runs in the first on a grand slam by Barden and a solo shot by Brito. He's had only one bases loaded blast this year. That was by Nick Gourneau. The 0-2 pitch, swinging a foul at home plate, still 0-2. That was Gourneau's third of his career in Salt Lake. Surprisingly, that is tied with Gary Johnson as the franchise record holder, with 3 grand slams in his career. He hit it on June 15th here, did Gourneau, against Fresno. One of 2 home runs he hit in that game. 2 strikes on Murphy. The pitch bounces in, blocked by the catcher Brito. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. Curtis Pride, the left fielder, is due next. And the outfield shaded around towards left for Murphy. Gonzalez toes the rubber, looks in, gets his sign from Juan Brito. Odds in agreement as Brito puts the target up. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Murphy. Swing and a miss at a curveball. He struck him out. Big strikeout there for Gonzalez, and there's 2 down here in the second. 4 strikeouts out of 5 outs for Edgar Gonzalez. Well, I should say 4 strikeouts. One of them did not result in an out. It was a wild pitch strikeout. Dallas McPherson reached. So now it's up to Curtis Pride if the Bees are to cash in here. He went down swinging his first time at bat. Pride for the season 0 for 2 with the bases loaded. But now Edgar Gonzalez with an opportunity to get out of this inning without any damage being done. The pitch to Curtis, swinging a ground ball, right side, past the diving Cayasco into right field. Mathis scores, waving in behind him is Speedo, the throw to the plate, not in time. And Gonzalez, the pitcher, almost got in the way of the throw. It's a 2-run single for Curtis, and the Bees are on the board. It's 5-2. Boy, Edgar Gonzalez is in Never Land. He didn't get over to cover on the ground ball base hit by Smith, and a pitcher with a throw to the plate should be backing up behind the catcher. He was about 25 feet in front of the catcher, and the throw almost hit him. It might have deflected away, and the runners might have been able to take an extra base. So the Bees get a 2-out hit from Curtis Pride. Runners at first and second, 2 out for Eric Ibar, who doubled down the left field line his first time up. The pitch outside at the knees, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count on Eric. 2 runs across here in the second inning. Big lead at second for Smith. Wide over at first. Now the 1-0 pitch to Ibar. Inside, almost hit him as he had to jackknife to get it out of the way of that one, as it were. That looked like that ball just about grazed the belt buckle of one Mr. Eric Ibar. 2 balls, no strikes the count on Eric, batting left-handed against the righty Gonzalez. Now the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Ibar way out in front of an off-speed pitch, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike the count on Ibar. Tucson 5, the Bees 2. Gonzalez ready. Checks the runner at second. The 2-1 pitch. Ibar swings and fouls it back into the screen. And that evens the count at 2-2. Well, I wonder if the Cubs have started their fire sale. Relief pitcher Scott Williamson traded to San Diego for a couple of Class A pitchers. Two balls, 2 strikes the count on Ibar. Now Gonzalez from the stretch. The 2-2. Swinging a ground ball right side. That gets through into right field. A base hit. Casey Smith being waved on in. He'll score as Weber overruns the ball in right. Throw to second. Ibar Slides in. He saves the ball, gets away. Here comes Curtis Pride. Another run scores. Ivar goes to third, and it's a 5-4 game. John Weber may have committed 2 errors on the same play there. Smith scores on an RBI single by Ivar. The right fielder Weber overran the ball. That allowed Pride third and Ivar second. And then a throwing error by Weber into second base on the head first slide by Ivar allowed Pride to score and Ivar to go to third. So now it's a 5-4 ball game with the tying run just 90 feet away with 2 out for Dallas McPherson, who struck out swinging his first time up. Waiting for the official score ruling. I think you could have 2 errors. Weber overrunning the ball in right field for 1, and the throwing error to second base for 2. So far, nothing on the board yet as the scoreboard operator just now gets the phone call. So the tying run at third. 2 out. Apparently, it is 2 errors on the play. So runner at third, 2 out. The pitch inside. That almost hit him with a breaking ball. McPherson glaring out at Gonzalez. As we mentioned earlier, on April the 8th, Gonzalez hit McPherson twice with a pitch. Well, it looks like one of the errors is going to be charged to the shortstop for mishandling the throw. Sadler mishandling the throw from Weber. Now the 1-0. Inside again, ball 2, and Dallas looks out at Gonzalez, who turns his back to home plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Tying run at third, 2 out. These with a 4-run second to try to get back into the ball game. Now Gonzalez ready, the 2-0 pitch. Check swing on a breaking ball. He couldn't hold it up in time, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now the right-hander Gonzalez ready. Now the pitch. Inside, and that one did hit him, and Dallas glares at Gonzalez as he heads to first base. He missed on 2 occasions very closely, and that time he got him. Meanwhile, in Kansas City, Reggie Willits getting his first major league start. He tripled to open the game, just put the Angels ahead with an RBI single. 4-3 Halos in the 10th, and they're still batting. So here's Nick Gorneau, the 9th man to come to bat. Now time call. The first base umpire, Maslinski, standing in between, and now both benches are being worn by home plate umpire Garrett Watson, and now Brian Harper coming down the line to complain, and is kind of pointing fingers at Edgar Gonzalez right now. Again, that's the 3rd time this year that Gonzalez has hit Dallas McPherson with a pitch. Gonzalez having a conversation, likely in Spanish, with Eric Ibar, the runner over at third. I don't think Brian Harper is very happy about his bench being warned. Meantime, a lefty is up now in the Tucson bullpen, Bill Murphy, who at one time this week was scheduled to start this game until Edgar Gonzalez was sent down from Arizona. So now runners at first and third, 2 out. Tucson 5, the Bees 4. Ibar, the tying run at third. McPherson, the go-ahead run at first. Now Gonzalez ready, and the first pitch to Gorneau. Curveball low and outside. Ball one. 1-0 the count. Texas with 2 in the ninth, still batting, now leading at Chicago. 3-1. The 1-0 to Gorneau. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 1-1. Big RBI opportunity for Gorneau, but again, no matter how much work you might be putting into coming back, it takes a while after you have come back before you get your timing down at the plate facing live pitching. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the pitch. Swing and a foul off the glove of the catcher Brito, and the count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tucson a 5-run first. The Bees a 4-run second inning. One ball, 2 strikes. Now Gonzalez pitch. Fastball high, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Gorneau. Gonzalez walking around, wondering why he didn't get a strike call on that one. Boy, he has been all over the place tonight. One play where he fell asleep at the wheel helped lead to this big inning. Now the 2-2 pitch to Gorneau. Curveball, strike 3 call to the outside corner at the knees, and that retires the side. 4-run score on 4 hits. There were 2 errors and 2 runners left on base. As we go to the third, it's Tucson 5, the Bees 4 on ESPN 1230.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
We go to the third inning. 5-4 Tucson. It'll be Scott Hairston, Chris Carter, and Brian Barden, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for the Sidewinders. Here in the third, it's also time for our update of the Abra scoreboard on this Saturday night. Scott Hairston robbed of a double on a diving stop by Adam Patkovich, who turned it into a force out. Second inning, game 1 of 2. Fresno and Tacoma tied 3-3. Round Rock took a doubleheader from Omaha tonight, 2-0 in the opener. Jason Hirsch becoming the first 11-game winner in the league and won the nightcap 3-1. That just recently sent down Wandy Rodriguez, getting the victory for the Express in game 2. Oh, Stephen Shell back on the mound. The first pitch to Hairston. A changeup inside, ball 1. At New Orleans in the 8th, Albuquerque out in front of the Zephyrs 9-1. Nashville 4, Oklahoma 1 in the 5th. That at the Bricktown Ballpark, the 1-0. Hairston swings and he fouls it back, headed towards the suite, right through the hands of one gentleman. Bounces off 3 people down to the 4th row before someone gets a hold of it. And the count's even at 1-1. Iowa 1, Memphis 0 in the 7th at Des Moines. Now Shell winds the 1-1. Slow curve over for a strike 1 and 2. Later on, Colorado Springs at Sacramento, Portland and Las Vegas. Those two games are about ready to get started. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Hairston. Time called before Shell can deliver in the bottom of the 9th inning. At Chicago, Texas leads the White Sox 3-1 with a 2-run 9th inning. Bottom of the 10th at Kansas City, the Angels lead the Royals 4-3 on an RBI single by Reggie Willits. The 1-2 pitch to Hairston. Swing and a foul back. 7th inning at Tampa Bay, the Devil Rays lead Baltimore 13-3. Much of that on the strength of a 10-run 5th inning. Finals earlier today, Oakland down Detroit 9-5 after spotting the Tigers a 5-0 first inning lead. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hairston. Now Shell's pitch into the dirt. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. Seattle 5, the Red Sox 2. Toronto had a 4-2 lead, but the Yankees with 1 in the 6th and 2 in the 7th beat the Blue Jays 5-4, and Cleveland shut out Minnesota 11-0. Travis Hafner with his 29th home run of the year. National League, bottom of the 3rd, the Giants lead the Padres 3-1. The 2-2 to Hairston. Strike 3 called in the outside corner just under the belt. And Hairston with a few words for home plate umpire Garrett Watson on his way back to the dugout. Second strikeout for Shell, and there's 1 down here in the 3rd. That'll bring up Chris Carter, who walked and scored in the 1st. Second inning at Phoenix, Arizona 2, Colorado 2. Garrett Atkins homered for the Rockies. Chad Tracy for the Diamondbacks. Murphy still throwing in the Tucson bullpen, so Edgar Gonzalez night may be done. First pitch to Carter, in for a strike 0-1. Cardinals and Dodgers still about 5-10 minutes away from getting started. Jeff Weaver getting his second start for St. Louis against another former Angel, Aaron Seeley. The 0-1 to Carter. Swing and a foul. Back to the screen, 0-2. Earlier today, Washington rallied to beat the Cubs 7-3 despite 2 home runs for Aramis Ramirez for Chicago. The Mets beat the Astros 4-3. Xavier Nady putting the Mets in front of the 4s with a 3-run home run. Now the line of the 2-strike pitch to Carter. Swung on and sliced foul out of play down the left field line, and the count remains 0-2. Florida 5, Pittsburgh 0. Cincinnati got a run in the 8th to beat the Brewers 8-7. Eddie Guardado with yet another save since joining the Reds. Atlanta and Philadelphia were rained out. No balls, 2 strikes to count on Carter. Now Shell's pitch. Pop foul left of home plate. That's going to land on the roof. The count remains 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Chris Carter, left-handed batter, the number 11 prospect overall, the Diamondbacks organization. The pitch, fastball high, 1-2. That according to Baseball America. He's also rated as their top power prospect. He has 16 home runs and his 72 RBI, good for 3rd in the league. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Carter. Now Shell's pitch. Change up, little tap on 1 hop back to the hill. Shell's got it. The toss to first, and that's out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the Tucson 3rd. That'll bring up Brian Barden, who put the Sidewinders out in front of the 1st with a grand slam home run on the first pitch he saw from Shell. He deposited just over the barrier in right field. Time called as a beach ball or winds up on the warning track in left. Curtis Pride recovering it and flipping it back over the fence. So 2 out, nobody on base for Brian Barden. Shell's pitch. Swing and a fastball to foul back. Strike 1. 0-1 the count on the right-handed batter. 5-4 Tucson here in the top of the third. The Sidewinders 5 in the first. The Bees 4 in the second. The 0-1 pitch to Barton. Curveball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-handed batter awaits as Shell delivers the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-2. Barton, a solid hitter so far in his minor league career. This is his 5th year. Entered the season with a 3.02 lifetime average. Entered tonight with a 3.09 average. 1-2 to Barton. Fastball, strike 3 called on the inside corner at the belt, and that retires the side. Another Keith Barton and Associates 1-2-3 inning. And it's just that easy as we go to the bottom of the third. Tucson 5, the Bees 4 on ESPN 1230.
Cache Valley Electric is a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Cache Valley Electric has provided clients with the best in electrical construction since 1915. A premier electrical contractor with the ability to provide heavy industrial, commercial, teledata, cell tower, technology services, service and signal, and utility construction. A proud member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, National Electrical Contractors Association. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915.
Next. Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Go to the bottom of the third, and the new pitcher now for Tucson, left-hander Bill Murphy, making his 31st appearance of the year, his 24th out of the bullpen. His first pitch to Jeff Mathis is high, ball 1. Murphy in 61 2/3 innings has given up 66 hits, 38 runs, 36 of them earned, struck out 52 and walked 29. The 1-0 to Mathis, swing and a miss, and a pitch down and in, 1-1. Murphy is 2-3 with a 5.25 earned run average. The PCL batting .281 against left-hander Bill Murphy. These are hitting .341 against him. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Strike called, and it's 1-2. Murphy 0-1 with a 7.20 ERA against Salt Lake in 4 appearances, 2 of them starts. Now the 1-2 pitch cut out and missed. A fastball, he struck him out. So Mathis goes down swinging, and there's 1 down here in the third. Brings up Jason Espedo, who walked and scored last inning as the Bees batted around. Boy, 6th strikeout already for Tucson pitching in the ball game. Here's Jason Espedo. Pitch from Murphy. Ball 1, lefty versus lefty. Pitch. Fastball high. 2-0. I believe just 3 of the 4 runs given up by Gonzalez were earned. 2-0 on Espedo. Tucson 5, Bees 4 here in the bottom of the third. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 2-1 as Espedo had a good rip at it, but came up empty. Final from Kansas City. The Angels beat the Royals 4-3. Now the 2-1 pitch, Espedo, check swing roller up the third base side, and it's scooped up just foul. And the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul ball was called. Third baseman Barden tried to get to that ball before it crossed the line, but he got there too late. Fans reacting to the out call at first on a bang-bang play, but as it turns out, there was no play there as the ball was ruled foul. So a break for the Bees, and Espedo comes back to the plate with a count of 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the Angels beat the Royals 4-3. Again, the game-winning run in the 10th, driven in by Reggie Willits. The pitch, Espedo takes strike 3 called. So Murphy comes in and throws back-to-back strikeouts. 7 strikeouts now for Sidewinder pitching. Here's Adam Pavkovich, who struck out his first time up. Pavkovich with a single and 2 at-bats against Murphy this year. First pitch missing, ball 1. And Gonzalez struck out 2 batters in the first, 1 reaching on a wild pitch. 1-0 pitch fouled off the glove of the catcher Brito, 1-1. All 3 outs he recorded in the second were strikeouts, although the Bees did score 4 runs in the frame. And now Murphy has struck out the first 2 batters in this inning. Now the pitch, that's low and away, ball 2. 2-1 the count on Pavkovich. So everything stays the same in the American League West as all 4 teams won today. Pavkovich swings and pops it up into right center field. Coming in and over Young, the center fielder, is there. And he makes the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Bees in the third, and it's the end of 3. It's Tucson 5, the Bees 4 on ESPN 1230.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zions Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family, love, and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit card.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union. Your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
4th inning now here in Salt Lake City. A good crowd on hand. A packed house. Those seats filling up down the left field line as the Bees trail 5-4. It'll be John Weber, Juan Brito, and Matt Erickson, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, to face right-hander Stephen Shell as we start the 4th inning. Weber singled to left in the first, but was thrown out trying to steal. First pitch is high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Now the line by Shell, the 1-0 to Weber. Fastball just outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Stephen Shell. Fastball around 90 miles per hour. Curve, changeup, and splitter in his repertoire. Delivers the 2-0. Weber takes outside, ball 3. 3-0 the count. Ken Weber came over to the Diamondbacks organization just a few days ago. The 3-0 pitch. Down the middle of strike, 3-1 after being released by the Dodgers, picked up by the Diamondbacks. Hit .258 in 82 games for Las Vegas. Couple of homers, 31 runs batted in. Now the 3-1 pitch from Shell. Fastball outside. He walked him. Didn't miss by much. Second walk issued by Shell, and so the Sidewinders have their first base runner since the 5-run first inning. Brings up Juan Brito. Lifted one just over the wall in right field his first time up for his 5th home run of the season. Right now, that run is the difference in the ball game. Pitch to Brito on the way. Strike called at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. And they're having some relay problems in Fresno, so nothing new to report on the game there. There's a pitch, breaking ball low, ball 1. Now earlier it had the game tied 3-3 after 2 innings. Now it's showing Tacoma leading 5-0. They're having all kinds of problems there. Throw to first base, and the runner is back. Hard to say which one is right. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Brito. Now Shell ready. The infield double play depth. The toss to first. And Weber is back. McPherson had to come off the bag to get it. One ball, 1 strike the count on Brito. Veteran catcher in his 10th professional season. The pitch. Off speed and high. The snap throw to first. Not in time. Well, that didn't miss by much. 2-1 the count. So now Shell starting to struggle again with his control, walking the leadoff hitter and now falling behind Brito. 2-1. Shell ready. The pitch. Ripped towards the hole and through into left field. A base hit. Stopping at second base, Weber. And now the Sidewinders have runners at first and second base with nobody out. The batter will be Matt Erickson, who bounced out to the shortstop Ibar his first time up. So runners at first and second. Nobody out. Pavkovich already in on the edge of the grass at third. McPherson back at first base. Now creeping in the pitch. Erickson doesn't show signs of a bunt as he takes high, ball 1. 5-4 Tucson here in the 4th, but they're looking to add to their lead. Now Shell ready, the 1-0. Fastball strike, and that evens the count at 1-1, right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. The outfield pretty much straight away for the left-handed batter. Now Shell ready, the pitch. Inside, ball 2, 2-1. Erickson last year split his time between Nashville and Albuquerque, although he spent most of that time on the disabled list. Right knee tendonitis with Nashville, left knee strain with Albuquerque. 2 balls and a strike on Erickson. The pitch. Swinging a foul. Back out of play. Rattling around the rafters of the roof. And the count's even at 2-2. Time now for a look at this date in Salt Lake PCL history. Brought to you by Med1 Medical, the exclusive provider of Sleep Smart Gold. Go back to 1997 and 2002 today in our look back. After Shell delivers the 2-2 to Erickson. Swung on, pop fly, shallow right center. Coming in and over, Murphy is there, and he'll make the catch and fire it back in to hold the runners. So 1 down, runners at first and second for Donnie Sadler, who flied out to the edge of the warning track in left, where Curtis Pride made the catch. On this date in 1997, the Buzz rally with 4 runs in the 9th to tie Las Vegas, and then need 4 more in the bottom of the 10th to edge the Stars. 15-14 as Las Vegas had scored 3 in the top of the 10th. First pitch to Sadler, high and inside, ball 1. John Shave ties the game with a run-scoring single, and Ryan Radmanovich drives in Shave with the game-winning run on an RBI single. On this date in 2002, the Stingers score 6 in the 8th inning for a 6-5 win over Colorado Springs. Jeff Guile ties the game with a 3-run triple and scores the winning run on a single by Jamie Burke. The 1-0 pitch to Sadler. Curveball strike on the outside corner at the knees. 1-1. Burke still playing with the Oklahoma Redhawks. 1 ball, 1 strike. The infield double play depth for Sadler. The pitch. Fastball in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alberto Callaspo due next. 5-4 Sidewinders here in the 4th. This look at this date in Salt Lake PCL history brought to you by Med1 Medical. Now the 1-2 pitch to Sadler from Shell. Inside with a changeup, 2-2. Stop in for a free CPAP pressure check and free tubing. Med1 Medical, 10712 South 13th East in Sandy. 2-2 the count on Sadler. Shell stares in. Mathis the sign down and the target up for the 2-2 pitch. Her ball to third. Diving effort by Paskovich. Knocks it down. Does not have control. It'll go as a single. And now the bases are loaded with 1 out. Good effort by Adam, but could not corral it. This Tucson ball club got to be the best hitting team in the league with the bases loaded. Again, they came in batting .357. They already have a grand slam, and the only bases loaded at bat tonight. Now the bases are full with 1 out. Alberto Callaspo this year, a mere 5 for 9 with the bases loaded. Again, the infield double play depth. Tough to turn 2 on the speedy Callaspo, though. And Alberto takes a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Chris Young, the center fielder, due next. Callaspo is grounded into only 4 double plays this year. The 0-1 pitch. Loop foul. Third base side into the upper deck. 0-2 the count on Callaspo. That's in 378 at bats. 2 strikes the count. Activity now in the Bays bullpen. As a right-hander starts to throw, I believe that's Marcus Gwynn. And it is. No balls, 2 strikes the pitch. Into the dirt, a curveball. Great block by Mathis, sliding across to his right to hold the runners. Just slid across to his right and threw his body at it. So the count on Callaspo, 1 ball and 2 strikes. These once trailed 5-0. They've gotten it back to 5-4, but Tucson threatening with the bases full and 1 out. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted into deep right center field. That's going to be over the head of Tommy Murphy and 1 up the wall. 3 runs are going to score. Here comes Weber. Here comes Brito. Here comes Sadler as Callaspo's at third with a 3-run triple. And it's now 8-4 Tucson. As once again Alberto bites the hand that once fed him. His 10th 3-bagger of the year. Charles Nagy, the pitching coach, going to the mound. So now the Sidewinders have reestablished their 4-run lead and have a runner at third. It is just amazing how this Tucson team bats with the bases loaded. And you wonder, a tight race between the 2 teams as far as runs scored are concerned to lead the league. You wonder where the Bees would be if they could have any production with the bases loaded. Batting just .268. Or excuse me, take that back. The Bees with the bases loaded so far this year, hitting just .224. Tucson now batting over .360. 7 of their 8 runs have been driven in on a bases loaded hit tonight. The pitch to Young. Fastball, strike on the outside corner at the belt, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Now Shell ready to pitch. Inside at the knees, a ball, and that evens the count at 1-1. I'm not sure, but I think they have it straight now. It's Tacoma 5, Fresno 4 in the bottom of the fourth inning at Fresno in game one of their doubleheader. Pitch to Young, ground ball to third, diving backhand stop by Pavkovich, gets up, throws to first, and out on a close play there. He almost pulled McPherson off the bag. A run does score, though, on the ground out. And so Tucson once again has its 5-run lead at 9-4. So 2 outs and the base is empty for Hairston, who's 0 for 2. As the trials and tribulations continue for Stephen Shell, looked like he had turned the corner after the 5-run first, retiring 6 batters in a row, but it all comes apart here in the fourth, and it all started with a leadoff walk. First pitch to Hairston down low, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Now Shell's pitch. Swing and a miss to the fastball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, it started with a walk. Brito then singled. 1 out later. Sadler the infield single off the diving effort of Pavkovich. And then Cayaspo the 3-run triple. Pitch is fouled down the stairwell to first base dugout. Somebody had to get out of the way in the hurry who was standing on the dugout. Not sure who it was. I guess it was Charlie Nagy, the pitching coach, who had to bail out of the way of that one in a hurry. 1-2 the count. Now Shell's pitch. Fastball inside as Hairston jackknifes to get out of the way. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on base, but 4 runs across for the Sidewinders. The 2-2 pitch. Popped up foul, first base side. McPherson to the Bees bullpen, to the railing, can't get to it. As that one lands 3 rows back. Good effort by Dallas, and the count's even at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. On the right-handed hitting, Scott Hairston again. He's here on an injury rehab assignment. Was called up, played 1 game, and hurt his shoulder, banging into the wall in Pittsburgh. After 2 hits, swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and that retires the side, but 4 runs across for Tucson on 3 hits. No errors, nobody left on base as we go to the bottom of the fourth. It's Tucson 9, the Bees 4 on ESPN 1230.
Paulie Colosimo here.
Yo, along with Joey as always. So, Paulie, tell the folks why we're so excited for spring to get here.
That's easy. So we can sunbathe in our Speedos, right?
Well, I do enjoy that. And with the packs we have, the ladies enjoy it too. But that's not what I had in mind.
Oh, well, you must be talking about grilling some of our Magnifico Colosimo sausages then.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Paulie.
Bada bing.
When most people think about grilling, they think about chicken or steaks. But those are wimp meat.
Yeah, if you want something with real taste and real kick, you gotta go with authentic Colosimo sausages on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice thick brats, a mild Italian or Tuscan. Just thinking about it makes me saliva ache.
Yeah, some hot Italian, which kind of reminds me of us in our Speedo.
A couple of hot Italians. You got that right, Joey.
Colosimo sausage. The sausage people. Now available at Dan's, Macy's, and Smith's.
Hi, Paul Hartman here. You know, if I were to hire somebody for my business, I would want to see their resume. That's why I think it's only fair to give you our resume right now. We have 20 years servicing the Wasatch area. Family owned and operated. Winner of last year's top technician training program. Always staffed 24 hours, 7 days a week. And we specialize in finding you the best solution for your comfort with energy savings. With over 71% repeat and customer referral rate, we know we're doing our job right. So, when you're in need, call Hartman Heating and Air, 264-8300. Serving the heart of your home and business.
bottom of the fourth inning, the Bees once again had their work cut out for them as they trail by 5 at 9-4. Again, they were behind 5-0 after the first half inning. Scored 4 in the second to get back to within 1 as Casey Smith fouls the first pitch back, strike 1. But then Tucson just put up a 4 spot in the fourth. Smith with an infield single his last time up. That was the broken bat grounder that Edgar Gonzalez had a great seat on. Just stood there and watched. It didn't cover first base, and that allowed Casey to reach safely. Helping to lead to that 4-run inning as Smith takes outside a fastball, and that evens the count at 1-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Bill Murphy starting his second inning of relief. And Murphy originally was scheduled to start tonight. Now the 1-2. Fastball high, 2-2. But Gonzalez got the call and he got demoted. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Casey with Tommy Murphy and Curtis Pride to follow. The 2-2 pitch is high. Ball 3 fills the count at 3-2. Again, the 12-game hitting streak. Second longest for the Bees this year. Jeff Mathis had the 13-gamer earlier. Boy, a crazy game going on at Tropicana Field as Casey Smith takes high, and it's a leadoff walk here in the fourth. As Smith jogs on down to first, we go to Tommy Murphy, who's fly to center and struck out. Baltimore led Tampa Bay 3-0 going into the bottom of the fifth. The Devil Rays scored 10 runs and added 3 more in the sixth to go up 13-3. Baltimore has scored 9 runs in the seventh to make it a 13-12 game. So runner at first base, nobody out. The first pitch to Murphy. He tries to bunt his way on, but misses the fastball for a strike 0-1. Tampa Bay in that 10-run inning hit 3 home runs. The Orioles have 9 runs in the seventh without the benefit of a base hit. Former Stingers pitching coach Mike Butcher, now the pitching coach for Tampa Bay, must be going crazy. Swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch. Murphy out in front of it. The count's 0-2. Shota Bigota. Murphy facing Murphy here. No balls, 2 strikes. Tommy with 1 hit and 2 at-bats against Bill this season. The 0-2. Change up outside. 1-2 the count. 9-4 Tucson. We're in the fourth. Smith at first base. Nobody out. Murphy the throw over, and Smith is back. Bill Murphy, 5'11", 216 in his 5th year, came over to the Dodgers, or I should say to the Diamondbacks from the Dodgers a couple of years ago in the Shawn Green trade. Now Murphy ready, the 1-2. Fastball outside, 2-2. Last year missed the first month due to a strained left hamstring. Ended up going 6-8 for the Sidewinders in 23 appearances, of which 21 were starts. He actually led the PCL by issuing 75 walks. Murphy swings and lifts a fly ball to left center field. Erickson on the run, still going back. It's going to be off the base of the wall. Here comes Casey Smith around third. He's being waved on in. Tommy Murphy sliding at third. He's safe with a triple. Tommy Murphy with his second 3-bagger as he lofted one in the alley in left center field. Hit the base of the wall and kind of stuck down there, so there was no carom for Erickson or Young to play. So Casey Smith scoring all the way from first, and now it's a 9-5 ball game. A runner at third, nobody out for Curtis Pride, who delivered a 2-run single his last time up. So Tommy Murphy at third with nobody out. First pitch to Curtis. Fastball lifted foul over the roof and onto 13 south. Strike 1. The no balls, 1 strike. Tucson 9, the Bees 5. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Murphy's pitch. Clyde takes high and inside a changeup, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 9 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for Tucson. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Bees. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball strike, and it's an ease, 1-2. Eric Ibar is due next. Long way to go in this one. We're only in the bottom of the 4th. Tucson leading 9-5. Murphy ready. The pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called to the outside corner at the knees, and Curtis Pride arguing with home plate umpire Garrett Watson. Brian Harper coming down the line, and Curtis Pride just got tossed. Curtis Pride thrown out. 1 out. Brian Harper came down the line to try to keep this from happening, but it went for naught. So 1 out and a runner at third, and Curtis getting a few last words in. The home plate umpire, Garrett Watson. So the argument continuing. Again, Curtis has been tossed. We'll likely see Adam Pavkovich go back to left field. And Corey Myers come in to play third base. So here's Eric Ibar, who doubled in the first, singled in a run in the second inning. So he's 2 for 2. So Curtis becomes the 6th member of the Bees party to be tossed this year. Third ejection by one of the regular umpires. 3 of them were by the replacement umpires. So here's Eric Ibar, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul at the third base side. Strike 1. The replacement umpire tossed Dallas McPherson and Brian Specht in the same game, and Adam Paskovich on May 16th. Brian Knight, a veteran umpire, tossed out Reggie Willits and Brian Harper on the same called third strike on June the 18th here. 0-1 on Ibar. The pitch from Murphy, a fastball high and away from the right-handed batter, and the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Ibar takes a little bit low, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike on Ibar. Tucson 9, the Bees 5 here in the bottom of the 4th. Murphy's pitch. Curveball low and outside. Ball 3. 3-1 the count with Dallas McPherson due next. McPherson struck out swinging in the first. Is on deck. He also was hit by a pitch. 3-1 to Ibar. Swung on, lifted in the air to center. Will be deep enough to score the run. Chris Young going back. Tapped underneath that makes the catch. Murphy will tag at third and come on in to score. Second run batted into the game for Eric Ibar. And that makes it a 9-6 ball game. Ibar now with 35 runs batted in. 2 outs, nobody on base. That'll bring up McPherson. Again, reached on a strikeout wild pitch in the first and was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Facing Murphy for the first time tonight. Lefty versus lefty matchup. Fastball. High ball 1. McPherson has faced Murphy 3 times this year. He has a double, a triple, and a strikeout. Now the 1-0. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the pitch. Checked his swing on a pitch in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-1 the count. Two balls and a strike on McPherson. 2 outs. Bases empty. 2 runs in. The pitch. Fastball up and in. 3-1 the count. Tucson 9, the Bees 6. Dallas tapping the plate, both sides of the plate with his bat. Now the lefty Murphy deals. Fastball, and it's popped straight up. Right side of the infield now. Carter gives way. No, he takes charge in front of Callaspo, and he makes the catch to retire the side. 2-run score for the Bees on one hit. No errors, and nobody was left on base. We go to the fifth. It's now Tucson 9, the Bees 6 on ESPN 1230.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Come on, what do you want? Well, I don't know what I want for breakfast because I can't think before I have breakfast. What? How do I decide what I want for breakfast if I can't think until I get breakfast? You'll have a number one with a large coffee?
Snap out of it with a delicious bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich from McDonald's. And if you need more help in the morning, visit McMornings.com.
It's like you read my mind. It's a pretty short book.
At participating McDonald's.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
All right, we go to the fifth inning with the Bees trailing 9-6. The changes, again with Curtis Pride tossed out. A little bit different scenario than what I forecast, as Jason Espedo moves from right to left, and Darren Blakely comes into the ball game to play right field. He'll bat in Curtis Pride's number 2 spot in the batting order. And on to pitch, right-hander Marcus Gwynn. For the 35th time this year in 45 innings, he's given up 50 hits, 30 runs, 24 of them earned. He has struck out 33 and walked 24. Gwynn 1-1 with a 4.80 earned run average. The PCL batting .276 against right-hander Marcus Gwynn. Chris Carter to lead things off. Carter has walked and bounced back to the mound. First pitch on the way. Fastball outside. Ball 1. Gwynn 0-1 with a 1.69 ERA against Tucson this year. Sidewinders batting .250 against Marcus. There's a pitch. Carter lines one to left. Espedo racing back. It's over his head, and it one off the wall. Taking the turn is Carter. He's into second base with a leadoff double. So Carter with his 23rd two-base hit, and the Sidewinders with a runner at second base. Nobody out for Brian Barden, who's hit a grand slam and taken a called third strike. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Bees defensive alignment now. Again has Jason Espedo in left. Tommy Murphy in center. Darren Blakely in right. Adam Pavkovich at third. Eric Ibar at short. Casey Smith at second, and Dallas McPherson is over at first. A battery of Marcus Gwynn pitching and Jeff Mathis catching. No runner at second base. Nobody out. And Gwynn's first pitch to Barton. He shows bunt, lays it down. Gwynn off the mound. The bare hand pickup and throw to first is in time for the out. The sacrifice moves Carter over to third. 1-3 on the putout. One away. That'll bring up John Weber, who has singled and walked so far tonight. He's been thrown out trying to steal, and he's also scored a run. So the infield drawn in now with a runner at third and one out. And John Weber at the plate. Win from the belt, the pitch. Fastball low, ball one. 1-0 the count. One of the reasons for this number of runs this early, a very small strike zone. Now the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at third, 1 out, 9-6 Tucson. They've led by 5, led by 1, back up to 5, and now down to 3. Gwynn ready, the 1-1 to Weber. Into the dirt, good stop by Mathis, who has to be on his toes with Marcus out there. Marcus has already set a franchise record with 14 wild pitches this year. Two balls, 1 strike. Now Gwynn from the stretch ready. The pitch. Swung on, lofted into left center field. It'll be deep enough to score the run. Espedo, the left fielder there, makes the catch. Carter tags and comes home on the sacrifice fly. And Tucson now with a 10-6 lead. Weber with his second run batted in since joining the Sidewinders, this only being his 3rd game. So 2 outs and the bases empty for Juan Brito, who has a solo homer, a single, and another run scored. Gwynn gave up 3 hits but no runs in 2 innings in his last outing at Fresno on the 20th. Here's a fly ball, right field. Blakely in, makes the Bill of the Cap high catch to retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit. Nobody left on base. We're halfway through this scheduled 9-rounder. It's Tucson 10, the B6 on ESPN 1230.
My fellow pilots, it's time. Murphy, he's always making these big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich, peel the tab, find the code, and you could win great riches, like a new Volvo. It's easy to win. I'm Bucket.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. So while distribution supplies last. Car game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playatmcd.com for complete details. Void where prohibited.
Fajita! Introducing Papa John's new sizzling fajita pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large sizzling fajita pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at papajohns.com. Play 100 sizzling days of summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
SOS Staffing Services is a proud sponsor of Bees Baseball. Just like the Salt Lake Bees, SOS is Utah's hometown team. Based in Salt Lake City for over 32 years, SOS has 27 strategically placed Utah offices to draft Utah's top talent. SOS specializes in direct placement, temp to hire, and temporary employment in fields such as administrative, technical, production assembly, labor, and many more. So the next time your business needs a pinch hitter or a top draft pick, call SOS Staffing Services.
Bottom of the 5th now here in Salt Lake City. It's a 4-run lead again for Tucson as they're out in front 10-6. It'll be Nick Gordeau, Jeff Mathis, and Jason Espedo. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up here in the bottom of the 5th inning against lefty Bill Murphy. These have trailed from the outset after Tucson scored 5 in the first 4 on a Brian Barton grand slam. Gordeau swings and misses with a fastball away. Strike 1. Nick has bounced to third and taken a call, 3rd strike. 0-1 the count to the right-handed batter. Now Murphy ready, the pitch. Change up outside, 1-1. Seems like every batter, first pitch fastball, second pitch change up from Murphy. Now the 1-1. Gordeau swings and fouls one off the right shin guard of the catcher Brito, and the count's 1-2. Our 5th inning reset of the Tucson defensive alignment. Matt Erickson in left, Chris Young in center, John Weber in right, Brian Barton at third, Donnie Sadler at short, Alberto Callaspo at second, and Chris Carter at first. A battery of Bill Murphy pitching and Juan Brito catching. The 1-2 to Gorno. Fastball foul back. Bees come into this game having won 5 in a row. Again at 19 games above 500, 59-40. The high water mark on the season. The 1-2 to Gorno. Tried to check his swing and a curveball in the dirt, couldn't do it. That is the 4th strikeout for Murphy in 2 1/3 innings, and it's already the 9th punch-out for Tucson pitching tonight. 1 out. Season high 14. Twice Bees batters have struck out 14 times, and it was on consecutive nights, April 10th and 11th at Las Vegas. Swing and a miss by Mathis, strike one, who has an infield single and a strikeout to his credit. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Swing and a little tap foul behind home plate. Mathis in the hole, 0-2. Again, with Gonzalez only going 2 innings, if Tucson holds the lead, Murphy would become the pitcher of record. Now the 0-2 to Mathis. Up high, 2-2 the count. Make that 1-2 the count. Mathis, with his infield single in the second, extended his hitting streak to 6 games. 1-2 to Mathis, the pitch. Fastball high and away, 2-2 the count on Jeff. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now Murphy's pitch. Off speed and over, right down the middle. Strike 3 called. Wow, 10 strikeouts for Tucson pitching with 2 outs in the 5th. That'll bring up Jason Espedo, who's walked and been called out on strikes. So 2 out, nobody on base. Swing and miss, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. He's piling up the strikeouts here tonight. The 0-1, fastball in at the knees, and it's quickly 0-2. As a team, they're in the middle of the pack in the league right now. The 0-2 pitch, fastball high, 1-2. Came into the night with 687 strikeouts. There's a pitch fouled off, third base side. 2-2 the count. That's 11th most in the league. One ball, 2 strikes on Espedo. Murphy's pitch, fastball lifted in the air towards left. Erickson drifting towards the corner, has room and in fair territory. Has it to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, go the Bees in the 5th. We'll head to the 6th with the score remaining. Tucson 10 and the Bees 6 on ESPN 1230.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why?
It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
Oh.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Oh.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
Med1 Medical. Med1 Medical.
Are you using the same smelly mask and tubing that you got when you started? Masks and tubing should be replaced regularly. You won't believe how much nicer it is to breathe in a new mask. It's healthier, too. Call Med1 today at 800-248-5882. With a new mask, you'll have fewer colds and sore throats. Do you snore when you're wearing your CPAP? If your CPAP is working as it should, you should never snore when you have the CPAP machine on. An old, worn-out mask causes leaks and will not allow your CPAP machine to operate at the correct pressure. Schedule an appointment to visit our sleep laboratory and bring your CPAP machine, and we'll do a free pressure check and give you a free CPAP tube. Sign up for our Sleep Smart Gold maintenance program, and your first mask is free. Call 800-248-5882.
Med1 Medical. Med1 Medical.
We head to the sixth inning. Tucson 10, the Bees 6. It'll be Matt Erickson, Donnie Sadler, and Alberto Callaspo, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, to face right-hander Marcus Gwynn, who begins his second inning of relief. With the Bees trailing by 4, he's been touched for 1 run. Matt Erickson is grounded to short and fly to center field. First pitch from Gwynn. Swung on, a high bouncer over McPherson's head. Ranging to his left, Casey Smith in short right field gets to it and throws to first for the out. Nicely done by Casey. And there's 1 down here in the 6th. Brings up Donnie Sadler 1 for 2. Reached on an infield single his last time up. Time now for a look at our Abra scoreboard. Windshield chips or cracks got you down? Let the specialist at Abra take the worry out of your glass replacement or repair. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule your appointment. Round Rock took 2 at Omaha tonight in the PCL, 2-0 and 3-1. First pitch to Sadler is low, ball 1. At New Orleans, Albuquerque pounded the Zephyrs 9-1. 1 ball, no strikes on Sadler. The pitch from Gwynn. Swung on and popped up foul. First base side of home plate and onto the roof. 1-1 the count. Bottom of the 8th inning, Nashville leading at Oklahoma 6-1. Nelson Cruz for the Sounds, his 19th home run of the year. That gives him sole possession of 3rd place in the league. The 1-1 pitch to Sadler. Line shot on 1 hop, knocked down by Smith. Recovers and throws to first for the out. A rocket off the bat of Sadler. Casey down on 1 knee, just got his glove in front of it to knock it down. It rolled just a few feet away, and he had plenty of time to recover as the ball was hit so sharply to get to that ball and throw out Sadler. So a couple of nice plays by Casey Smith here in the 6th. 2 outs for Alberto Callaspo. Doubled and scored in the first, flied out to left in the second, and tripled in 3 runs in the 4th. At Des Moines, Iowa shut out Memphis 3-0, combined 1-hitter. The pitch, fastball strike at the knees, 0-1. Rich Hill, the winner, 7-1. His ERA, a league-leading 1.80 now. David Artzma, his 8th save. The pitch, just a little bit outside with a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the right-hander ready. The pitch. Swung on line. Pace hit left field. Racing over Espedo. That ball's going to go to the corner, though, as he slides to try to stop it. And Alberto Callaspo has his 3rd hit of the game. All extra bases, 2 doubles and a triple. So 2 outs and a runner at second base here in the 6th. Here's Chris Young, 0 for 2 with a run batted in on a ground out. The only hit for Memphis in that game, a 2-out double by Bo Hart in the 5th. At Sacramento, the River Cats lead Colorado Springs 1-0 in the 4th. Mike Rouse, 5th home run of the year for the River Cats for their only run. So runner at second base, 2 outs. The pitch to Chris Young from Marcus Gwynn. Fastball strike, and it's 0-1. They're in the top of the 7th now at Fresno in the first game of 2, so it's only a 7-inning game. Tacoma 5, the Grizzlies 4. Portland at Las Vegas 1-1 in the bottom of the 3rd at Cashman Field. Now Gwynn ready, the 1-strike pitch to Young. Instead he whirls and looks Callaspo back towards second. They're going to the bottom of the 8th in St. Petersburg. Still Tampa Bay 13, Baltimore 12. The Devil Rays have had a 10-run 5th. The Orioles a 9-run 7th. 1 strike on Young. Gwynn ready. And the right-hander's pitch. Curve ball grounded to third. Scooped up by Pavkovich. The throw across in plenty of time to retire the side. No runs in the inning on 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Tucson 10, the Bees 6 on ESPN 1230.
Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties has beautiful recreational and cabin properties conveniently located by Starvation Reservoir. They offer 5, 10, 20, 40, and 80-acre or larger parcels at reasonable pricing with guaranteed access and simple, easy owner, low-down, low-monthly financing. There's an abundance of wildlife, including deer and elk, that roam the property year-round. There are endless ATV trails, snowmobiling, hiking, boating, camping, fishing, horseback riding, spectacular views, and so much more. But most of all, you'll escape the rat race of the city and enjoy sheer peace, quiet, rest, and relaxation. Call us to schedule your appointment, 1-877-894-5658, or check our website at mwranches.com. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, the water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting there for you to enjoy.
Hey, Bees fans, are you looking for a summer deal and a meal to satisfy your cravings? Stop by Winter Schnitzel today for the 2 for $2.22 deal. Chili cheese dog and chili cheeseburger, only $2.22. Hurry in today. And while you're there, don't forget to cool down with the new Tasty Freeze Brownie Freezy. Chewy brownies mixed with creamy vanilla Tasty Freeze soft serve, topped with chocolate syrup. Wiener Schnitzel. It's the official hot dog of the Salt Lake Bees. Wiener Schnitzel, pushing the boundaries of taste.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Salt Lake. The Bees trailing by 4 runs at 10-6. It'll be Adam Pavkovich, Casey Smith, and Tommy Murphy due up to face left-hander Bill Murphy, who moves into his 4th inning of work. Adam Pavkovich 0 for 2, fouls the first pitch back, strike 1. He's struck out swinging and fly to center field. Finishing off that Abra scoreboard in the American League, Oakland leading at Detroit 9-5, a final score there. The pitch, change-up strike, and it's 0-2. Seattle 5, the Red Sox 2. King Felix gets the win for Seattle. Yankees rally with 2 in the 7th to beat Toronto 5-4. As Pavkovich hits a ground ball to third. Belt high bounce for Brian Barden to throw across in plenty of time to get Pavkovich by a couple of steps for out number 1. After giving up the RBI triple to Tommy Murphy in the 4th inning, Bill Murphy is now retired 7 in a row. Brings up Casey Smith, who is yet to be retired. Reached on an infield single and scored in the 2nd, walked and scored in the 4th. Texas with 2 in the 9th beats the White Sox 3-1. Cleveland shut out Minnesota 11-0. And in 10 innings, the Angels beat the Royals 4-3. What a bookended game for Reggie Willits. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt, 0-2. Opened up the game in his first major league at bat with a triple, and then delivered a game-winning RBI single in the 10th inning. Smith takes low and outside, 1-2, so a good night for Reggie Willits as the Angels beat the Royals 4-3. All 4 teams in the American League West win today. 1-2 to Casey. Fastball high and away, 2-2 the count. National League after 6, the Giants lead the Padres 4-3. Giants can move into first place in the National League West with a win. The 2-2. Casey lofts one in the air to left center field. Coming in and over for it, and diving and coming up with the catch is Matt Erickson. Some indecision between Erickson and Young. Erickson racing across at the last moment. Makes the diving grab to take a hit away from Casey. So 2 outs, nobody on base, and that'll bring up Tommy Murphy, who had that aforementioned RBI triple and scored in the 4th inning. Top of the 7th at Phoenix, Colorado and Arizona are tied 3-3. Just called up from the Diamondbacks the other day, Carlos Quentin with his 2nd home run. Bottom of the 3rd in Los Angeles, the Cardinals lead the Dodgers 3-1. First pitch to Murphy. Fastball strike 0-1. Albert Pujols with his 32nd home run of the year for the Cardinals. Washington whipped Chicago 7-3. Mets head to the Astros 4-3. The 0-1. Curveball low. 1-1 the count on Tommy. Florida 5, Pittsburgh nothing a final. Cincinnati got a run in the 8th to beat Milwaukee 8-7 as Murphy grounds one sharply. Barton a nice pick to his left at third. Throws in the dirt and a good scoop by Carter. Pretty good defensive inning for the Sidewinders results in a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Bees. And at the end of 6, it's Tucson 10, the Bees 6 on ESPN 1230.
Attention motorcycle and ATV riders. Dreaming of a new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV? Well, stop dreaming and start heading to Plaza Cycle for the huge Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event. Because right now, you can get payments as low as $69 a month for 24 months with zero down on a huge selection of new Yamaha motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. You heard right. Payments as low as $69 a month plus zero down for 2 full years on a new Yamaha. So visit Plaza Cycle today for the huge Get Out and Ride sales event. It doesn't offer this good. It won't last. Plaza Cycle at 1379 West, 3300 South, in the heart of Salt Lake Valley. Plaza Cycle. Walk in, ride out. On the Yamaha card, subject to credit approval through 83106 of select Yamaha motorcycles, excluding FJR models, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. As low as $69 monthly payments for 24 months at 8.9% APR for amount financed up to $8,500 if account can't earn. Thereafter, standard rate of 12.99% of 22.99% APR applied. Default rate of 4.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for ATV age restrictions. Yamaha recommends an approved credit score. Call 1-800-887-2887.
Whether you need a new refrigerator or you want to redecorate the family room, you'll find exactly what you need at R.C. Willey's. Of course, you know that R.C. Willey has the area's largest selection of furniture, major appliances, flooring, and electronics. But you may not know that R.C. Willey also has everything you need to relax or entertain outdoors. Choose from a large variety of patio sets, lawn mowers, and barbecue grills. This season, R.C. Willey has everything you need for your home and patio. R.C. Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
We head to the 7th inning. Tucson 10, the Bees 6. It'll be Scott Hairston, Chris Carter, and Brian Barden, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up to face Marcus Gwynn, who begins his 3rd inning of relief. Hairston 0 for 3. Awaits the first pitch from Gwynn. Fastball strike, and it's 0-1. Time now for the Zions Bank 7th inning game summary. Zions Bank, the sponsor tonight of the souvenir batting helmet giveaway here at the ballpark tonight. Now Gwynn ready, and the 0-1 pitch to Hairston. Curveball low, 1-1 for Tucson. 10 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Bees. 6 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. The Sidewinders have left only 1 runner on base. The Bees have stranded 4. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Hairston. The pitch. Swung on and lifted foul. First base side, out of play, and onto the roof. 1-2 the count on Hairston. Tucson 5 in the first, 4 in the 4th, and 1 in the 5th. The Bees 4 in the 2nd and 2 in the 4th. Now Gwynn ready, the pitch. Curveball low, 2-2. 7 of the 10 runs for Tucson have come in on bases loaded hits. A grand slam by Brian Barden in the first, and a triple by Alberto Callaspo in the 4th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Hairston. Now Gwynn deals. Swinging a pop foul, coming back over the roof and out of play. The Bees 7th inning game summary brought to you by Zions Bank. At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 10-6 Tucson here in the 7th. Marcus Gwynn ready, the pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3 called at the knees, and Hairston doesn't like it as he struck out for the 3rd time tonight. The 2nd time he's been caught looking, and now he's having words with Garrett Watson. He had words with him from the dugout earlier, staying at home plate and complaining. And now heads back to the dugout before he gets the ejection. So 1 out here in the 7th. That'll bring up Chris Carter, who doubled and scored in the 5th. 1 for 2 on the night. Marcus Gwynn into his 3rd inning of work. First pitch, fastball strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. That was the 5th strikeout for Bees pitching in the ball game. No balls, 1 strike the count on Carter. Now Gwynn deals. Swing and a miss at a fastball down and in, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. At 2 1/3 innings, this is already the longest outing for Marcus Gwynn this year. He's had several 2-inning performances, but this is the first one that's gone beyond that. No balls, 2 strikes on Carter. The pitch. Loop foul, third base side, up onto the roof. 2 strikes, the count remains. Fresno batting in the bottom of the 7th, Tacoma 5, the Grizzlies 4. For the opening game of the doubleheader. Again, depending on what happens tonight, the Bees lead could be as much as 6.5 or as little as 3.5. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Carter as Gwynn deals. Lined into left center field, a base hit. He just kind of reached out and poked it over the head of Eric Ibar. Chris Carter aboard with his 2nd hit of the night, hit number 10 for the Sidewinders. Brings up Brian Barden, who hit that grand slam to get the Sidewinders started in the first. Since then, he's been called out on strikes and sacrificed. So 1 on, 1 out now for the Sidewinders. Gwynn's first pitch to Barden. Instead, the turn of the toss to first, and Carter is back. Bottom of the 7th inning, the Bees will have Blakely, Ibar, and McPherson. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, and a breaking ball away. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. In game 3 of this series tomorrow afternoon, a Sunday matinee at 2. Dustin Mosley, 8-4 for the Bees against Micah Owing, 6-0 for the Sidewinders. A 1-strike pitch to Barton. Curveball just a little bit low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Gwynn ready. Throw to first base, and the runner is back. By scoring the 5 runs in the first, Tucson became the first team in the league to reach 1,000 runs scored. These, with their 4-run second, became the second team to do so. There's a pitch. Let me take that back. Not runs, hits. So Tucson and the Bees both over 1,000 hits now. Sidewinders, though, needing only 3, got there first. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Curveball, striking the count on Barton's, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's trailing 10-6. Infield double play depth behind Gwynn. Right-hander ready. The 1-2 pitch to Barton. Swing and a high pop foul. First base side. McPherson to the railing. Won't get to it. Reaches into the crowd, but it's about 2 rows deep. So the count on Barton, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Tucson with a win would even up the season series at 7 apiece. These have won 4 of the 5 games played here at Franklin Covey Field. The only Tucson win here was the final game of the series. Back on April 21st, 7-6 with a 9th inning rally. The 1-2 to Barton, swung on. This is fouled out of play down the right field line. Twisting into the stands about 10 rows back. So the count on Barton, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 the count on Barton. Now Gwynn ready, the pitch. Swung on and launched towards right center field. Murphy drifting back, now slows down, moves 2 steps to his left and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 away. That'll bring up John Weber, who has singled, walked, and driven in a run with a sacrifice fly. So 2 down, a runner at first here in the top of the 7th inning. And John Weber in just his 3rd game with his Tucson club, after spending more than half the year with Las Vegas. Now Gwynn ready. The pitch. Swinging a broken back ground to the right side. Casey Smith far to his left. Has it in short right. Flips to first for the out to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. 7th inning stretch time brought to you by America First Credit Union, where members come first. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Tucson 10, the Bees 6 on ESPN 1230.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Cache Valley Electric is a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Cache Valley Electric has provided clients with the best in electrical construction since 1915. A premier electrical contractor with the ability to provide heavy industrial, commercial, teledata, cell tower, technology services, service and signal, and utility construction. A proud member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, National Electrical Contractors Association. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915.
We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Tucson 10, the Bees 6. Blakely, Ibar, and McPherson due up here in the 7th inning against lefty Bill Murphy. And Blakely on the first pitch. It's a shot to second. Scooped up by Cayaspo. The flip to first. 1 pitch, 1 away. Brings up Eric Ibar, who's 2 for 2, plus a sacrifice fly, and 2 runs batted in. Fresno has tied the game in the bottom of the 7th in the first of a doubleheader at 5-5, but they had the potential winning run thrown out at the plate. So they're going into extra innings in the first game of the doubleheader. Here's Ibar showing bunt and taking a strike 0-1. He doubled in the first, singled in a run in the second, drove in another with a sacrifice fly in the fourth. I'm starting to run short on the Bees, trailing by 4. Pitch. Ibar takes low and away, and that evens the count at 1-1. For the Bees, left-hander Nathan Bland throwing in the bullpen. Now the 1-1. Bounces in, ball 2. 2-1 the count on Eric. Again, Bill Murphy on the mound in relief of Edgar Gonzalez is retired. The last 10 batters he's faced. 2 balls and a strike to pitch. Ibar, a high chopper to third. Barton back into his left has it. The sidearm toss to first in time. And that's out number 2. Other than the triple by Murphy, they don't have, that's the only hit that the Bees have against Murphy since he's come into the ball game. That's now a final at Tampa Bay. The Devil Rays hang on. Once led 13-3 They beat Baltimore 13-12. First pitch on the way, a fastball outside, ball one. Murphy has kind of taken a stranglehold on this game. The pitch, swing and a miss to the fastball. Again, gave up the 2 runs in the fourth on a walk, a triple, and a sacrifice fly, but 11 batters retired since. Swing and a miss by McPherson, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the pitch. There it goes, deep to right center field. It's up there, it's out there, and it is long gone off the scoreboard in right field. Dallas McPherson hit that one a long way, and it's now 10-7 in favor of Tucson. Boy, a ball hit that far should be worth more than 1 run, as he put a charge into that one. His 10th home run of the year, his 28th run batted in. And for Murphy, that is just the 2nd home run that he has given up this year. Here's Nick Corneau, 0 for 3, taking a strike 0-1. He's bounced to third, and he has struck out twice. So now the Bees within 3. The pitch. Curveball, strike at the knees, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out, and that retires the side. 1 run, 1 hit on the home run by McPherson. Nobody left on base. We go to the 8th. It's Tucson 10, the Bees 7 on ESPN 1230.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. But Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
Okay, you guys, time for bed.
Daddy, take me for a ride to the bedroom. No, no.
All right, both of you hop on. Oh, man, you guys are getting heavy.
Daddy, you sound like a piggy.
I'm not a piggy. I'm a dinosaur.
No, dinosaurs sound like this. You sound like this.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out.
There are moments that make life meaningful.
Mommy, Daddy's a piggy.
Well, he's a cute little piggy.
One seriously out of shape piggy.
At Select Health, we want to help you enjoy each one. With our health and wellness programs, we're striving to help you and your family stay fit and healthy and be right there with you as life unfolds.
Look, Mommy, the piggy's jumping on the bed.
Daddy's starting a new exercise program.
You know what they say, when pigs fly.
Good one.
Yeah, I'm too tired to be funny. I gotta sit down.
To learn how we're working to make healthcare simpler, visit selecthealth.org. Select Health. Simply there.
Go. Left-hander Nathan Bland comes on to pitch for the Bees as we head to the 8th inning. Tucson leading by a score of 10-7. For Bland, his 24th appearance of the year, his 18th out of the pen in 56 2/3 innings, giving up 64 hits, 41 runs, 31 of them earned. He has struck out 42 and walked 17. Bland 3-3 with a 4.92 earned run average. The PCL batting .286 against Bland, who is making his first relief appearance since July 1st when he gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 2 hits in just a third of an inning. So he's been starting since then. And so he'll face Juan Brito, Matt Erickson, and Donnie Sadler, the bottom third of the Tucson order. Bland's first pitch, a strike, 0-1. Marcus Quinn went 3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 run, it was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 2. Now Bland ready, the 0-1 to Brito. Low and inside as he skips rope to get out of the way, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-hander Mike Schultz is up in the Tucson bullpen. The 1-1 to Brito. Change up, strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Bland's pitch. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. Mathis gets the angle and then throws to first for the out. 1 away. Strikeout number 7 for Bees pitching in the ball game. Again, if the Bees pitching staff combines to strike out 10 or more batters in a 9-inning game, Dallas Oleo Distributors and Kendall Oil will donate $125 to the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Utah. Here's Matt Erickson, hitless in 3 at-bats, grounded out to second base his last time up. First pitch, fastball up and in, 1-0. Tacoma and Fresno in extra innings in the first game of a doubleheader. Bottom of the 8th, still tied 5-5. Again, Fresno had the potential winning run thrown out at the plate to end the 7th inning to force the extra innings as Erickson lifts one foul, third base side out of play into the upper deck. And the count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Bland's pitch. Curveball, soft liner to the right side, caught by Casey Smith, who goes down to one knee to grab it for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the Tucson 8th. That'll bring up Donnie Sadler, who's 1 for 3. Bottom of the 8th, these will have Mathis, Espedo, and Pavkovich. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. And likely to face Mike Schultz. First pitch to Sadler. Curveball, strike at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to the right-handed batter. The pitch. Sadler swings and grounds it foul behind home plate, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Mentioned Sadler in his 12th year has played over 400 major league games, but only 1 season in his career that he spent the entire year in the major leagues. That was in 2001, splitting his time between Cincinnati and Kansas City. The 0-2 to Sadler, swinging a ground ball right side, scooped up by McPherson, then dropped. In his haste to toss to Bland, he dropped the ball, and that'll be an error on McPherson. First error of the night for the Bees, who lead the league in errors. That would be their 104th of the year. So runner at first, 2 out for Alberto Callaspo. All he's done tonight is go 3 for 4 with 2 doubles, a triple, 2 runs scored, and 3 runs batted in, all coming in on that triple. So 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Aspo turns around to bat right-handed tonight for the first time against the lefty Bland. Moved to first, and the runner is back. Aspo, a .341 hitter from the left side, just .293 from the right side. Now Bland ready, the pitch. Instead, the toss to first. And scampering back is Sadler, who's 3 out of 5 in the stolen base department this year. Now Bland ready, and the left-handers pitch to Callaspo, and it's the knees, a strike, 0-1. Don't forget to be on the lookout for the Geico Insurance run of the game. The Bees, after the 5th inning score a run to add to a lead, Geico Insurance will donate $25 to the Air Force Fund. Check your yellow pages to call your local Geico office today. So far, there have been 41 Geico Insurance runs this season, making the donation $1,025 as Bland tosses over to first. No balls, 1 strike. Now Bland ready. The 0-1. Fastball low and away to the right-hand batter, and the count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Only 3 games still going on in the majors right now. In the 8th at San Francisco, the Giants lead the Padres 4-3. A Giants win, and they move into first place in the National League West. 1-1 the count on Callaspo. The runner goes. Bland the toss to first. It's high. McPherson is thrown to second base, and they get the base at second base. That'll go as a steal for Sadler as he broke before the pitch. Bland went over with a toss. The throw by McPherson to Ibar, who made the sweep tag, but second base umpire Joe Stegner said that Sadler got in. So now the count on Cayaspo 1-1 with a runner at second base, 2 outs. Now time call as Cayaspo steps out. And the Bees just got a run on the McPherson blast in the bottom of the 7th to get back to within 3. Now Bland ready, and the 1-1 pitch to Cayaspo. Swung on, lofted into left center field. Murphy on the run, slows down and makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Tucson 10, the Bees 7 on ESPN 1230.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union, your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zions Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family, love, and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit card.
Go. All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Tucson 10 and the Bees 7 as right-hander Mike Schultz comes on to pitch now here in the bottom of the 8th inning, trying to protect the 3-run lead. Schultz making his 32nd appearance of the year in 32 and a third inning. He's given up 35 hits, 15 runs, 14 to the earned. He's struck out 25 and walked 11. Schultz 2 and 4 with a 3.90 earned run average. 2 out of 4 in save opportunities. And the PCL is batting .271 against Schultz. One of his 2 wins coming against the Bees on June 9th. Mathis to lead it off, and Jeff takes high, ball 1. Bill Murphy goes 5 innings, gives up 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Struck out 4, walked 1. The 1-0 pitch to Mathis, up high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Gave up a home run to Dallas McPherson. So Schultz on, a 6'7", 220-pound right-hander. Now the 2-0. Mathis takes a strike at the knees, 2-1. Jeff to be followed by Jason Espido, and then Adam Papkovich as the Bees trail by 3 here in the 8th. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. Barden to his left. Handles the Bill the Cap high bounce. Throws a little bit low, but Carter digs it out for the out. 1 away. That'll bring up Jason Espido 0 for 2 with a walk. Time starting to run a little short now for the Bees in this one. Trailed by 5. Got it down to 1. Fell behind by 5. Got it down to 3. It was back up to 4 and then to 3. So 1 out, nobody on base. Swing and a miss by Espido, strike 1. 0-1 the count on Jason. Murphy again, the pitcher of record, with Gonzalez, the starter, only going 2 innings. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And 2 o'clock start tomorrow, 7 o'clock on Monday night for the big fireworks show and baseball game on Pioneer Day. The 0-2 to Espedo. Sails high for a ball, 1-2. Schultz in 2 previous appearances against the Bees. No runs allowed on 2 hits in 2 1/3 innings. Now the 1-2 to Espedo. High and away, ball 2. 2-2 the count. In his last outing out of the bullpen, he got pitched 1 scoreless inning against Portland on the 20th. Now the 2-2. Up high with a fastball. That fills the count at 3-2. Schultz with a 5.40 earned run average on the road compared to 2.30 at home. Start of the year at Tennessee. Swing at a fastball and a foul back. 1-0 there with a 1.54 earned run average. Three and 2 to Espedo with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a pitch. Espedo lifts it in the air down the left field line, slicing towards the corner into foul territory, and caught by the left fielder Erickson up against the wall. Good play by Erickson, and there's 2 down here in the 8th. Here's Adam Pavkovich 0 for 3 on the night. He has struck out, flied out, and grounded out. Tacoma and Fresno 5-5 in the 9th extra innings. Tacoma, though, with a runner at second base and 1 out. The pitch to Pavkovich, low ball 1. Again, the Grizzlies might have pulled that out and helped out the Bees in the bottom of the 7th. But on a bases-loaded single, the potential winning run was thrown out at the plate. 1-0 pitch is high, ball 2 to Adam Pavkovich. Tucson 10, the Bees 7. Greg Jones up in the Salt Lake bullpen. The pitch. Low and away, ball 3. 3-0 to count on Pavkovich with Casey Smith due next. Three balls, no strikes. The pitch. At the knees, 3-1. Ten to 7 the score, and that's the differential in hits as well, 10-7. Now the 3-1. Pavkovich swings and fouls it back off the window of Suite 6. And down into the upper deck, the count full at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes to count on Pavkovich. The pitch swung on, line to left field. Erickson coming in, stops, reaches up over his head to make the catch. And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Bees in the 8th. We head to the 9th. It's Tucson 10, Salt Lake 7 on ESPN 1230.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. Because Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton. And I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
Hershey's presents the Soul to Soul 2 Tour, starring Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. It's been 6 long years. Now the wait is over. By overwhelming demand, a second show added. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill in the round. A combined over 60 million records sold and 35 number one singles. Electrifying performances by Tim and Faye in the concert event of the year. Two superstars, one stage. A night you'll never forget. Tickets are on sale now at the Delta Center box office, Ticketmaster, charge by phone, or get them at Ticketmaster.com. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Don't miss Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Presented by Hershey. Produced by AEG Live and Outback Concerts.
Greg Jones comes on to work the ninth inning for the Bees as they trail 10-7 for Greg, his 36th outing of the year. In 42 innings, he's given up 38 hits, 22 runs, 20 of them earned. Struck out 35 and walked 13. Greg 4-5 with a 4.29 earned run average. The PCL batting .242 against Greg Jones. Chris Young to lead things off against Jones. The pitch. Low, ball one. Nathan Bland with a scoreless eighth inning. Struck out a batter. Needs two more strikeouts for 600 in his minor league career. Check swing and a pitch that misses low. Ball two. 2-0 the count. There's a pitch, swing, and a ground ball to short. Up with it is Ivar. The long throw across in time to get Young by a step, and there's one down here in the ninth. Brings up Scott Hairston, who's 0 for 4. These in the bottom of the ninth will have Casey Smith, Tommy Murphy, and Darren Blakely due up. And they're certainly in danger of losing ground to Tacoma. T.J. Bond has hit a 2-run home run at the top of the ninth to give the Rainiers a 7-5 lead over Fresno. Bond's 6th of the year. Pitch to Hairston, swing and a high pop-up. In back at third, Pavkovich drifting into foul ground, has plenty of room, and he'll put it away for out number 2. 2 down, that'll bring up Chris Carter, who's 2 for 3. Again, if the Bees don't rally and Tacoma holds on, it'll be a 4-game lead. And, of course, it'll go up or down a half game to 3.5 or 4.5, depending on the nightcap at Grizzly Stadium. Again, tonight's game, the 100th of the year for the Bees. So 44 left after tonight. Carter hits a high fly ball to deep center field. Murphy going back to the warning track and in front of the wall makes the catch. One step shy of the barrier to retire the side. That's a Keith Barton and Associates 1-2-3 inning. His phone number is now 801. It's easy as we go to the bottom of the ninth. It's Tucson 10, the Bees 7 on ESPN 1230.
For more than 25 years, there's been a guy you've trusted, a guy you've known, Larry H. Miller. Since 1979, when Larry H. Miller opened his first automotive dealership, he's had one primary goal in mind: to make our communities grow stronger and better by offering the very best in quality, service, selection, and price. And since that day, nearly 3 decades ago, you've been there to help the Larry H. Miller dealerships become one of the largest and most respected dealership groups in the entire country. And for that, we say thank you. Today, you can choose to shop at more than a dozen of our automotive dealerships along the Wasatch Front, almost all of which feature dealership service centers on site. We also have 3 state-of-the-art collision repair facilities to serve you. We know that we could not continue to grow our business without yours. So when it comes to your next car, there's a guy you know who cares about values, honor, integrity, and trust. Larry H. Miller. After all, you know this guy.
Celebrate Pioneer Day for the entire weekend with the Salt Lake Bees. Saturday, July 22nd, check out the leading play on the field and stay afterward for a fantastic fireworks show presented by Prestige Financial. The first 1,500 kids receive batting helmets. On Monday, join the crowd for the 24th of July celebration with another gigantic fireworks show presented by Larry H. Miller Ford. The first 1,500 fans to this game get a free Mickey Mantle Cooperstown photo. Get tickets now to these great games at 325C or go to SLBs.com. The Salt Lake Bees. Classic baseball is back.
Jose Valverde just down from Arizona comes on the pitch now for the Fresno Grizzlies here in the ninth inning for Valverde, his 7th appearance for the Sidewinders. He's given up 7 hits, 5 runs in 6 innings, all earned. He has struck out 5 and walked 3. He's 1-0 with a 7.50 earned run average. PCL batting .280 against him. Valverde, a veteran, has spent time with Tucson in the past. Valverde, so far this year with Arizona, has appeared in 30 games while he was in the big leagues with the Diamondbacks. He won 2 and lost 3, but had an 8.22 earned run average, 14 out of 17 in save opportunities. Pitch on the way, a strike, and it's 0-1 to Casey Smith. Smith doubled yesterday, his 19th of the season. That's a new career high. A couple of years ago, he had 18. 9 at Double-A, 9 here with Salt Lake as he fouls the pitch back, and it's 0-2. 13,560 here in attendance. Valverde facing Smith. Casey leading things off here in the ninth. The Bees need 2 batters to reach to bring the tying run to the plate. The 0-2 to Smith, swinging a ground ball foul at the first base side. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Smith, Murphy, and Blakely. And the Bees need several more after that. No balls, 2 strikes. Valverde, 6'4", 254-pound right-hander. The pitch up high, 1-2. He'll turn 27 on Monday. And Murphy, the pitcher of record. "14 saves with the Diamondbacks for Valverde. He still, even though he's here now, still leads the Diamondbacks. Jorge Julio has 11. Now the 1-2 to Casey. Swinging a foul off the glove of the catcher. Brito back to the screen. So they're getting set to go to the bottom of the ninth in Fresno. Tacoma 7 and the Grizzlies 5. 1-2 the count on Smith. Valverde ready, and the 1-2. Fastball high and inside. 2-2 the count on Casey, who besides an infield single in the second, he has walked and flied to left field. Two balls, 2 strikes. Valverde's pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out. That is the 10th strikeout for Tucson pitching in the ball game. Here's Tommy Murphy, 1 for 4. Valverde first came up to Tucson, actually made 20 appearances in 1999, although that may have been with the Summer League team in Tucson, which it was. Fastball strike 0-1. He actually joined the AAA Tucson team in 2002 and has bounced back and forth between the two, although his appearances for the Sidewinders in 04 and 05 were on injury rehab assignments. No balls, 1 strike, the pitch. Fastball upstairs, evens the count at 1-1. Tucson with Erickson, Young, and Weber in left, center, and right. Barden, Sadler, Cayaspo, and Carter, the infield third to first. A battery of Valverde pitching and Brito catching. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Swinging a foul back, and the count's 1-2. He's with only 1 hit since Murphy's triple in the 4th inning. That was the long home run for Dallas McPherson, which unfortunately for the Bees came with the bases empty. The 1-2 to Murphy. Change up high, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Giants beat the Padres 4-3. They move into first place now in the National League West by a half game over San Diego. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Low, ball 3. Didn't miss by much. So a full count now on Tommy Murphy at 3-2. We're in the bottom of the ninth. Tucson 10 and the Bees 7. Now Valverde ready, and the payoff pitch to Murphy. Low and outside, he walked him. So the Bees have a base runner. They need one more to get on to bring the tying run to the plate. The batter will be Darren Blakely, who grounded out to second in his first at-bat. After coming into the ball game, replacing Curtis Pride, who had been ejected. He's trying to pick up their second win of the year when trailing after 9. And they need another base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. Pitch to Blakely, a strike on the outside corner at the knees. 0-1. Middle infielders are a double play depth. Barton even with a bag at third. Valverde, the 0-1. Blakely swings and rips one to left center field, but Young playing back is able to reach over and make the catch for the out. Aaron hit it hard, but the outfield playing deep to prevent the gapper, and Young was in perfect position to run that one down. So now they're down to their last out. Eric Ibar, the batter, he's 2 for 3 with a couple of runs batted in. If he could extend things here, Dallas McPherson would come up as the potential tying run. So 1 on, 2 out now here in the ninth. The pitch. Swinging a slow bouncer to the right side. Callaspo's got it. Ball game. And so the Bees' 5-game winning streak comes to an end here at Franklin Covey Field. In the ninth, no runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, and 1 runner left on base. The final score, the Tucson Sidewinders 10, the Salt Lake Bees 7. Back with the 10th inning show right after this on ESPN 1230.
The game is over, and the fans are headed home. Stay tuned. The 10th inning show is coming up next. You've been listening to Salt Lake Bees Baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.
Hi, Paul Hartman here. You know, if I were to hire somebody for my business, I would want to see their resume. That's why I think it's only fair to give you our resume right now. We have 20 years servicing the Wasatch area. Family owned and operated. Winner of last year's top technician training program. Always staffed 24 hours, 7 days a week. And we specialize in finding you the best solution for your comfort with energy savings. With over 71% repeat and customer referral rate, we know we're doing our job right. So, when you're in need, call Hartman Heating and Air, 264-8300. Serving the heart of your home and business.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Come on, what do you want?
Well, I don't know what I want for breakfast because I can't think before I have breakfast. What? How do I decide what I like for breakfast if I can't think until I get breakfast?
You'll have a number 1 with a large coffee.
Snap out of it with the delicious bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich from McDonald's. And if you need more help in the mornings, visit McMornings.com.
Like you read my mind.
It's a pretty short book.
At participating McDonald's.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights, and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Welcome to the 10th Inning Show, a complete recap of today's game, as well as a look at other games around the Major Leagues and the Pacific Coast League. Once again, let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the Sidewinders scored 5 runs in the first and never looked back as they defeated the Bees tonight by a final score of 10-7. Final total for Tucson, 10 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors, and 3 runners left on base. For the Bees, 7 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, and 5 runners left on base. The winning pitcher, Bill Murphy, now 3-3. The losing pitcher, Stephen Shell, now 3-5. Jose Valverde with a scoreless ninth to pick up the save. Time of the game, 2 hours, 49 minutes, 13,560. The paid attendance here on this Saturday night at Franklin Covey Field as the Bees drop to 59-41 on the year, while the Sidewinders go to 63-36. And so the series even at 1 win apiece. The season series all deadlocked at 7 wins apiece. And again, the Bees lose a game in the standings to Tacoma at the very least, as the Rainiers had extra innings in the first game of a doubleheader. Win by a score of 7-5 over Fresno, stamping the tie on a 2-run homer by T.J. Bond. So at the end of the night, the Bees will either be 3.5 up or 4.5 ahead, depending on what happens in the second game of the doubleheader at Fresno. Once again, Alberto Callaspo, 3 for 5 with 3 runs batted in, all 3 of his hits for extra bases. Brian Barden's grand slam put the Sidewinders on top, and Tucson never looked back as they win it 10-7. Time now for our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game. We had several choices in this one, but Tommy Murphy making a great catch up against the wall in center field in the 9th inning is our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game. Between Moon Lake, Starvation, and Strawberry Reservoirs, Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties offers great parcels of land at reasonable pricing. Call 1-877-894-5658 or check out www.nwranches.com. We'll come back and take a look at the Abra scoreboard next on ESPN 1230.
My fellow pilots, it's time. What are you talking about? He's always making these big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's Chest now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich. Peel the tab. Find the code and you could win great riches like a new Volvo. It's easy to win. I'm Bucket.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. Or while distribution supplies last. Car game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playatmcd.com for complete details. Flavor prohibited.
Introducing Papa John's new sizzling fajita pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large sizzling fajita pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at papajohns.com. Play 100 sizzling days of summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
SOS Staffing Services is a proud sponsor of Bees Baseball. Just like the Salt Lake Bees, SOS is Utah's hometown team. Based in Salt Lake City for over 32 years, SOS has 27 strategically placed Utah offices to draft Utah's top talent. SOS specializes in direct placement, temp to hire, and temporary employment in fields such as administrative, technical, production assembly, labor, and many more. So the next time your business needs a pinch hitter or a top draft pick, call SOS Staffing Services.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
Come on. feeling too good.
Oh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why?
It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
Oh.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Oh.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
Welcome back to Franklin County Field, where the Bees fall tonight to the Tucson Sidewinders by a score of 10-7, snapping a 5-game winning streak. Time now for our average scoreboard, checking out the rest of the scores in baseball. First of all, in the PCL, Round Rock took 2 from Omaha, 2-0 and 3-1. Albuquerque routed New Orleans by a score of 9-1. Nashville topped Oklahoma 6-1. Iowa shut out Memphis 3-0. At Sacramento, the River Cats shutting out Colorado Springs 2-0 in the 8th. At Las Vegas, Portland leads the 51-6-2. And in the first of a doubleheader, Tacoma beat Fresno 7-5. Game 2 about 20 minutes away from getting started. In the American League, Tampa Bay beat Baltimore by a score of 13-12. The Devil Rays with a 10-run 5th. The Orioles a 9-run 7th. Oakland topped Detroit 9-5. It was Seattle over Boston 5-2. The Yankees rally with 2 runs in the 7th to beat Toronto 5-4. At Chicago, the Texas Rangers beat the White Sox 3-1. Minnesota fell at Cleveland 11-0, and the Angels beat Kansas City 4-3. A 10th inning game-winning RBI single by Reggie Willett. In the National League, San Francisco moves into first in the West with a 4-3 win over San Diego. In the 9th at Phoenix, Arizona leads Colorado 4-3. In the 7th at Los Angeles, St. Louis 6, the Dodgers 1. Washington beat the Cubs 7-3. The Mets at home edged Houston 4-3. At Florida, the Marlins shut out Pittsburgh 5-0. Cincinnati edged Milwaukee 8-7, and the Braves and Phillies were rained out in Philadelphia. And that's a look at your average scoreboard. Back with a couple of highlights from this one after this on ESPN 1230.
Med1 Medical. Med1 Medical.
Are you using the same smelly mask and tubing that you got when you started? Masks and tubing should be replaced regularly. You won't believe how much nicer it is to breathe in a new mask. It's healthier, too. Call Med1 today at 800-248-5882. With a new mask, you'll have fewer colds and sore throats. Do you snore when you're wearing your CPAP? If your CPAP is working as it should, you should never snore when you have the CPAP machine on. An old, worn-out mask causes leaks and will not allow your CPAP machine to operate at the correct pressure. Schedule an appointment to visit our sleep laboratory and bring your CPAP machine, and we'll do a free pressure check and give you a free CPAP tube. Sign up for our Sleep Smart Gold Maintenance Program, and your first mask is free. Call 800-248-5882.
Med1 Medical. Med1 Medical.
Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties has beautiful recreational and cabin properties conveniently located by Starvation Reservoir. They offer 5, 10, 20, 40, and 80-acre or larger parcels at reasonable pricing with guaranteed access and simple, easy owner, low-down, low monthly financing. There's an abundance of wildlife, including deer and elk, that roam the property year-round. There are endless ATV trails, snowmobiling, hiking, boating, camping, fishing, horseback riding, spectacular views, and so much more. But most of all, you'll escape the rat race of the city and enjoy sheer peace, quiet, rest, and relaxation. Call us to schedule your appointment, 1-877-894-5658, or check our website at mwranches.com. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, the water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting there for you to enjoy.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, and Tucson put their stamp on this one in the first inning. Alberto Callaspo led off with a double against Stephen Shell. Chris Young was hit by a pitch after a Scott Hairston fielder's choice left runners at first and third with one out. Chris Carter walked to load the bases, bringing up Brian Barden. So Cayaspo at third, Hairston at second, Carter at first, one out. The pitch to Barden is crushed in the air towards right. It's up there, it's out there, and it's a grand slam. Just over the barrier and right on the first pitch, Brian Barden puts Tucson ahead 4-0. 1 out later, Juan Brito would homer to right to make it a 5-0 game. Again, the Bees would come back in the bottom of the second to score 4, loading the bases with 1 out. With 2 out, Curtis Pride a 2-run single. Eric Ibar an RBI single with another run coming in on an error by the shortstop Sadler, not handling a throw from right by Weber to make it a 5-4 game. But in the fourth, Tucson, which is hitting over 360 as a team with the bases loaded, did it again. The bags were full with 1 out for Alberto Cayaspo. The 1-2 pitch swung on and lifted into deep right center field. That's going to be over the head of Tommy Murphy and one off the wall. 3 runs are going to score. Here comes Weber. Here comes Brito. Here comes Sadler as Cayaspo's at third with a 3-run triple. And it's now 8-4 Tucson. Cayaspo would score on an infield out by Chris Young. The Bees would get 2 in the bottom of the fourth on an RBI triple by Tommy Murphy. He scored on a sacrifice fly by Ibar. But then the Sidewinders would get 1 more in the fifth. The Bees 1 more in the seventh on a monster home run about 445 feet from home plate by Dallas McPherson. But that would be the end of the scoring, and Tucson would win it by a score of 10-7. So the series even at 1 win apiece. Game 3 comes up tomorrow. We'll preview it after this final timeout on ESPN 1230.
Hey, Bees fans, are you looking for a summer deal and a meal to satisfy your cravings? Stop by Winter Schnitzel's today for the 2 for $2.22 deal. Chili cheese dog and chili cheeseburger, only $2.22. Hurry in today. And while you're there, don't forget to cool down with the new Tasty Freeze Brownie Freezy. Chewy brownies mixed with creamy vanilla Tasty Freeze soft serve, topped with chocolate syrup. Wiener Schnitzel. It's the official hot dog of the Salt Lake Bees. Wiener Schnitzel, pushing the boundaries of taste.
Attention motorcycle and ATV riders. Dreaming of a new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV? Well, stop dreaming and start heading to Plaza Cycle for the huge Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event. Because right now, you can get payments as low as $69 a month for 24 months with 0 down on a huge selection of new Yamaha motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. You heard right. Payments as low as $69 a month plus 0 down for 2 full years on a new Yamaha. So visit Plaza Cycle today for the huge Get Out and Ride sales event. Because an offer this good won't last. Plaza Cycle at 1379 West, 3300 South, the heart of Salt Lake Valley. Plaza Cycle, walk in, right out. On the Yamaha card, subject to credit approval through 8/31/06 on select Yamaha motorcycles, including FJR models, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. As low as $69 monthly payments for 24 months and 8.9% APR for amount financed up to $8,500 if account kept earned. Thereafter, standard rate of 12.99% and 22.99% APR applied. Default rate 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for ATV age restrictions. Yamaha recommends an approved credit force. Call 1-800-882-887.
Whether you need a new refrigerator or you want to redecorate the family room, you'll find exactly what you need at R.C. Willey. Of course, you know that R.C. Willey has the area's largest selection of furniture, major appliances, flooring, and electronics. But you may not know that R.C. Willey also has everything you need to relax or entertain outdoors. Choose from a large variety of patio sets, lawn mowers, and barbecue grills. This season, R.C. Willey has everything you need for your home and patio. R.C. Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
Well, the Bees fell behind early, 5-0 in the first inning, and could not crawl their way back into the game. They got it to within 1 in the second at 5-4, but that would be as close as they would get. So the series level at 1 apiece. The season set at 7 apiece. Tomorrow afternoon, it's a 2 o'clock game time. Hope to see you here. Dustin Mosley making his first start since getting his victory in his Major League debut last Monday for the Angels against Cleveland. He's 8-4 in a Salt Lake uniform against right-hander Micah Owings, who's 6-0 for the Sidewinders. We hope to see you here, but if you can't make it, we'll be on the air at 1:40 with the on-deck circle. Again, 2 o'clock with the first pitch. Once again, in 2 hours, 49 minutes, and in front of 13,560, the final score. The Tucson Sidewinders 10 and the Salt Lake Bees 7. I'm Steve Klauke saying good night and so long from the ballpark.
in the 10th inning show. Make sure to be with us next time for Salt Lake Bees baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.